Super Mud over in YouTube. Wouldn't that be the best? My man. How are you, man? Welcome. Bryce, hello. Nicholas, hello to you as well. Biocord, yeet. What up, man? Luke, FPV. What's up, brother? How are you, man? Oh, hey, Brian Tucker. How are you? Jory Kaiser. I think you were the first one. I think you were. Captain Bree. Let's get ready to tumble. What's going on, brother? How are you, man? Let's do this thing. Good afternoon. Hey, SST. How are you? Ava. Hey, Ava. How are you? What's up, Theo? Of course, Mr. Van over in the chat. Exotic. What's up, brother? How are you? Cliff Ox Kev. What's up, Kev? Good to see you right here in chat with us this time around. Fred, what's good in the hood, my man? Toilet paper. Wizard, I hope you're stocked up and ready to go. I want to bring my micro quad to this and give it a rip. You should. Hey, what's up, Bonkers? How are you? Star, how are you? Carla, long time no see. How are you? The real Meg Ryan, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? Falk, hey. Flew some packs today that kept me away from people just fine. There you go, man. There you go. Banu Fong, welcome back, brother. How are you? You're good? Wish all streams were at this time? I know, man. They work really well for you guys overseas. They're right in the middle of our workday here. It's not a bad thing, but we can work with it. Check. Hey, what's up, Check? How are you, brother?
Minus 37 seconds, and our count continues to go well.
Hope you guys are ready. 30 seconds to go. Qualifying has started, FYI, ladies and gentlemen. Why am I going so loud? There we go. Qualifying has already started, so if you guys are joining today's tournament, you guys can start qualifying.
17 seconds and counting. 15, 14, 12, 11.
Finally, live sports.
Ignition sequence start.
Is it A. Brooks? Did I get that right? How are you?
3, 2, 1.
Hello. Oh, the damn camera. Look, it did it again, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to ruin my whole day right here. Okay, got it. I know I was about to give you guys a nice introduction, but you see, I got this new computer, and the Logitech cam just feels like doing its own thing every time I'm not on the camera. So I might get really pissed off today and rage. I'm just letting you guys know. Anyway, hello and welcome to the 2020 DRL Sim Tryouts. I'm your host, Tony Niddle, and today marks tournament number 9 right here on week number 5 for you guys at the Tryouts, where we crown our 5th winner. Is that music loud? It's loud to me. Maybe. Wait, what?
Get it wrong every time.
What? Did I get what? What did I get wrong?
5th winner?
No. We're on I don't know what the hell we're on. Guys, the camera threw me all off. Let me just start all over again. Okay, wait. Just wait a second. Okay, just wait. We're gonna make this. We're gonna make this right. It's too loud. All right. See, right. All this stuff's just going wrong. Pretzel decided it wants to be ridiculously loud. Camera decided not to work. I couldn't even get an introduction, man. Can you shout out my gorgeous wife, Catherine? Fred Schofield. How are you, by the way? Catherine. Hi, how are you? Welcome to the show. God mode's on. Good. I'm glad. Okay, let's start this all over again, okay? Here, we'll stop the music, and we'll just start it all. We'll just start all over again, right? I think that's the best way to go, right? All right, here we go. Oh, see, it did it again! What is wrong with this program? See, guys, look, there's something wrong with Logitech's business right now. It's driving me crazy. And then look at the camera's delayed. We're going to have tech issues today, guys. I'm so sorry. Anyway, hello and welcome, guys, to the 2020 DRL Sim Tryouts. I'm your host, Tony Niddle, like I said. Today marks tournament number 9, and we're on week number 5. That's what I said, Travis. I said week number 5 of the Tryouts. And we're getting ready to crown... What are we crowning? Our 9th winner?
You got it.
Wow. Turn off low light compensation in the auto. There's nothing auto on Banu Fong. Trust me, I've been doing this for years, brother. Thank you. I appreciate the advice, but none of that stuff's on. What tournament. We're going to give you guys winner number 9 today. Remember, guys, this is how it works. There's still plenty of time to register and fly in the tournaments once you download the sim. All you got to do is go to the Tryouts tab from the main menu, and once you go there, you'll fly one heat 3 times in that Tryouts tab, and then you're automatically qualified for all of the tournaments. You don't have to worry about doing anything else. All you got to do is get into those tournaments when the time strikes, like it has already 3 minutes ago. Qualifying has started for today's tournament. And then you guys are already registered, good to go, ready to go, right? All right. All you got to do is click on the Tournaments tab after that from the main menu. And you can click on today's tournament, start your qualifying run. Players will have 30 minutes to complete their fastest time on the leaderboard. And remember, the top 24 will be placed into the bracket. Now, 4 groups of 6 will battle it out in the quarterfinals. Top 3 from each group move on to the semifinals, where we'll have 2 groups of 6 battling it out again. Top 3 from those guys move on to make the finals. Top 6 guys battle it out. One guy is the winner. One guy, or girl, I should say, is the winner and moves on to our final event on April 2nd, where the top 12 sim finalists will battle it out one last time to become the next DRL pilot in the 2020 season. It could be you guys. I don't know. All you got to do is get in there and fly, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, we've got a lot of ways for you guys to win lots of money. If you want to win some cash today, raise your hand first of all, because whoever wants to win some cash, it's real simple. Now take that hand and put it on your phone, okay, and go to Twitter and tweet at Drone Race League using the hashtag DRL Sim Live. You can see it. Wait, it's down there in the corner. DRL Sim Live, tweet at us. That's all. You can put whatever you want. So you can just say hi to us if you want to, or you can tell us your predictions of who you think is going to win it all. Tell us what you're doing while you're quarantined at home, like the rest of us. What are you up to? We want to know. If you have questions for today's guest, which I'll get to in a little bit, you can tweet at those questions at us as well. And all of those tweets will enter you into the drawing to win $100 today, guys. 3 lucky winners today will win $100. Don't forget, we have plenty of other ways for you guys to win: the weekly leaderboards, the regional leaderboards, the rookie leaderboards, the participation awards, and I already talked about the tune-in awards. So make sure you guys check out the DRL website for all of that information. It's all there for you guys. Lots of ways for you guys to win some cash. And of course, we wouldn't be DRL Sim Show without our man from above, Mr. Travis Daly, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, how's it going?
Are you
over here?
You know what I need? I need to put a clap reel in, like the one I used to have, where everyone was clapping when I hit the button. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. I need that. Oh, and you're over there now.
My family's clapping in the background.
Side.
I hear them.
Oh, is that right? Okay. Well, as long as they're clapping in the background, that's what matters. How are you today, by the way?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. You know what I really like is that I can see you moving. Can you? Oh wait, where's your image? Why isn't it?
We're not moving.
Oh, you know why? No, the Skype call ended.
Well, I'm on a Skype call.
I know you're not with me. Let's see here. Let's see if we can get it to work, huh? Let's see here. It might pop up right now. Everything is going wrong today, guys. Everything's going wrong. Like we got more people watching today than we had in a long time, and everything's going wrong. It's okay.
This is how you entertain people, Tony. Technical issues.
We have problems, and then I lose my mind. Right? That's how it works.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We got your video back, by the way. You guys asked for it, and we got it. Travis is right there. You can see what's going on he's just on the other side of the studio, right over there, guys. He's just over there. It's just
where am I?
Down that way. Yeah. No, but I'm this way, you're that way. Like, see? Yeah, that's him, guys. You're not quarantined.
I never paid attention to where you were. You're always just hiding in the corner.
I know. At least we have you up this time. It's a lot of fun when we have issues. Like, right, guys? It is. It's a load of fun. Thank you all for hanging out with us, and thanks for dealing with all the crap that we're dealing with right now. And if you're just joining us, thank you again. What issues make the stream pog? Yeah, I know, right? Yeah, exactly. Where's a good place to find DRL gear? Timothy FPV asks in Twitch chat. That's a good question. I don't have an Amanda, Amy?
DRL has some plans. I think DRL has some plans. I would just keep your eyes out right now. It's not so easy to find.
No.
But hopefully you hear some news.
Yeah, well, something will be available soon, right? For those of you that are at home quarantined and hanging out with us, thanks so much for joining us. What's going on, everybody? Halo Walker, how are you? Hypercruiser, coronavirus infected the system. I know, right? It really did. SST says it's Halo Walker's day today. We'll see what happens. FPV Cat says I'm not quarantined, but there has been talk of working from home. I refurbished in-car dash cams. That'll be fun. No kidding. I didn't know that, Kev. Known you all this time. I had no idea. TW, I think that's Glason. I wish I could do the sim without crashing. Do you mean like your game is crashing, or do you mean you're just crashing because you're flying into stuff? And if it's the game, then hit me up offline after the show, and I'll help you out. We'll troubleshoot you. We'll get it all figured out. If it's just you crashing the drone into things because you're just still learning, then you just got to keep on practicing, my man. Keep on going. Yeah, just keep going.
I heard a lot about that this week because of this track.
Oh, yeah, there was a lot of people kind of saying, I think Travis is like the spawn of Satan because of how the track's not that hard, guys. Is it?
Yeah,
really?
I got one message today. It said, who pissed you off before you made this track?
It was probably me. For those who don't know, Travis and I work in the same office all day long, so, that's what happens. The audio from Travis is desynced. The audio from everything is desynced today. Everything's not working right when it comes to my audio and that audio and
you had that with Gab the other day or whatever. We got to look into it, your new computer and whatnot. We'll get it figured out, guys.
Well, yeah, let me tell you what. I just made a change to his audio, and you can tell me if it's now decent. Give them some big words, like something they can really like.
Big words, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
Was that on or off? I don't know. It was way off on my end, but I don't know. Yeah, Carla, I feel you on that one. I don't know what to tell you guys. We're just going to have fun with it and roll with the flow. Go with the flow today, guys. The desync's worse now. Oh. All right, hold on a sec. Hold on, let's see. I'll give him like 7 milliseconds of delay. And then who knows? I don't know. I'm not messing with it anymore. We're just going to deal with it. We got problems today, guys. But it's all part of the fun. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We got to get to our guest of honor because we're wasting time over here. All right? I'm taking you off there, Travis. Toodaloo. Travis Daly.
Bye.
He'll be back with us a little bit later.
I'll be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, delay video, not audio. I don't know what to tell you, man. We're going to roll with it. So the more you post about it, the more I'll just get frustrated because we can't do anything about it right now. You know what I mean? Foo-foo, I got you. Thanks. But, I don't know. We're going to have to just roll with the flow today, ladies and gentlemen. All right. I'm getting word from Amy that we are updating our website and merch will be back soon. Okay, I don't have a date yet for you guys, but that's what I've gotten. I got that word straight from Amy, so thank you for updating us. She works over in our DRL corporate office, so Amy, you're the best. Thank you. All right, guest of honor today, ladies and gentlemen. You guys know him, Captain Vanover, ladies and gentlemen. Oh wait, that's not him. Hold on. Good Lord. See, this is we try to have 2 cameras for you guys, and then Travis just bogarts the camera.
That's me.
I don't understand. This is the
no surprise, guys.
There
I'm the new Alex Vanover.
Travis Daly's the new Alex Vanover, ladies and gentlemen. There you go. All right, we got him now. Hold on, don't say a word because I got you muted because you walked away earlier and I had to mute you so I wouldn't hear all that crap. All right, Alex Vanover, are you there?
I am here. Can you hear me?
I can.
Sweet.
This is just the greatest day ever, guys. Happy quarantine.
And Travis is not the new Alex Vanover. That is, I'm still here.
He's trying.
Still here.
He's trying.
He's trying.
It's not working out, right?
Yeah.
How are you, man? Are you having fun being quarantined at home as well?
Oh man, you know what? It's been great. A little sarcasm there. We were talking earlier. Our generation, I guess the millennial generation, we've been really good at always talking over the phone and texting versus actually communicating face to face in person. And now that we're all quarantined, we wish we could be talking face to face versus being forced to use our phones. But you know what? It's been good. I've been getting a lot of practice in because of the quarantine, not going out. So hey, I'm making the most out of it.
That's good. I'm glad to hear that. I think the only thing that's changed in my life is that my kids are home all day long and they kind of drive me nuts. But other than that, business as usual for me over here. It doesn't change anything. So that's good news, I guess, right? But I'm glad to have you, man. No close calls with plane crashes today. thankfully?
Not today. Not today.
Oh man, you guys missed a humdinger. If you didn't catch the last show that Alex was co-hosting with me, he had quite a story for our audience viewers, and he almost crashed a plane. He almost died. He had engine failure in the air. I'm not going to tell you anymore, but if you want to find out whether or not he lived, you need to go watch that episode.
Find out whether he lived or not. Go back.
Just go watch that show. You'll find out if he lived or not. The music's too loud still, Kev? Is the music too loud for everybody? Or is it just Kev? I don't know what to tell you, man. This shit's all the way down. You might be on a device that's just making all the music the same volume. I don't know. You guys let me know. No, it's a tad loud. Okay, good to know. All right, so it's not just you, Kev. All right, I dropped it down a scotch, all right? A scotch. Just a little bit. Anyway, Alex Vanover with us, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for joining us, Alex. Are you ready for today? We got a good show. We got, we're just eliminating people left and right. When I say eliminating, I mean they're winning first place, and they're moving on to the final event. So they're no longer in these tournaments with us. Once they win one time, they automatically move on. So we're continuing to dwindle out some of these top guys that we've seen across the top of the boards over the past so many weeks. Now we're getting to the end. We only got this week and next week, ladies and gentlemen. Just 4 more tournaments. That's correct, right? 4 more? 4 more. Which is pretty crazy. Do you have any predictions for this week, Mr. Vanover?
I think Adron's going to take it today.
Oh!
I really, really do.
All right.
I feel pretty good. And, last stream that I was on here, I didn't really know who Adron was. And I was genuinely shocked by his level of flying. I figured he may have needed a little bit more racing experience, at least on the simulator. But I did my research. I actually found out we're friends on Facebook and everything. He's a really good pilot in real life with real quads as well, and on the simulator. And he came just a bit short last week when Dolman took that win. So it's good to see him coming up. And I really think he's going to take it today. I think the course kind of favors his flying style. Shames is another guy I think I'm going to be watching out for this week. If he doesn't take it tonight, I think Shames will be taking it in the tournament on Thursday.
Yeah.
Those 2 guys I'm keeping my eye on, but Halo Walker's up there. Really, we're going to just have to see as the qualifying and everything plays out who's feeling better today.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. Halo Walker has been right there with the top of the mix. I wonder, first of all, if Adron and Halo Walker, who's planning to race today? I know I saw Halo Walker in the chat, so I'm pretty positive he'll be racing today. However, I don't know if Adron will be with us today. We'll have to find out what's going on in our qualifying. Speaking of qualifying, folks, let's take a look at our qualifying boards right now and see who's on top and who's missing the cut. Let's switch it over to that screen for you guys. You can see right here, our top 24 guys are making the list here on this left column. Halo Walker at the very top. Adron, yep, there we go. Adron is in the mix today. SK Dare, Captain Crazy, Joel Cruz, G-Man, Shames, Free. Let's go over to the actual results and find out who's on page number 1. Halo Walker with a 120.40, our top guy so far. Adron with a 120.87, just the skip right behind him. Nub, what's up, Nub? How are you, man? Also, what's up, peoples? He says Adron's going to hold it down for Team Tennessee. I'm excited to see what happens, man. Halo Walker finally has to take this spot, Star says. We'll see, man. It's going to be a good battle between those guys. SK Dare. Oh, by the way, we got updates from SK Dare. He did get his new controller. For those that have been hanging out with us for some time and know what we're talking about or don't know what we're talking about, SK Dare is one of the guys that's been flying with us for quite some time. He's been at the top of the boards for weeks now. And he was rocking a PlayStation controller. Have you tried that, Alex?
I just tried an Xbox controller the other day, and I have a whole new respect.
Oh man,
for anyone being able to use that on a simulator. There's just no precision whatsoever. It's you have to make every movement just perfectly. Yeah. And even then, it's super hard. So I'm glad he's got an actual controller. I think the fact that he was doing as well as he was with the PS4 controller means he's just going to do twice as good with the normal controller.
Yeah. I'm excited to see how he does. Now, it's new, when you're not used to it, when you're used to one controller and then you make that change, man, it definitely takes some practice. So I'm excited to see what he does. But looking so far, he is on top of the boards. And for those that don't know what we're talking about, if you look at the actual thumbstick of the controller, these, when you go up to the corners with your, let's just say your pitch, all the way up to the top, and then you're trying to maybe add roll, you start to lose some of that pitch. Or if you're throttled all the way up on the other stick and you need to add yaw, well, the controller sticks go down because they're in a circular motion. Whereas on an actual RC transmitter, you can go all the way up into the corner. I know it's hard to see, but you can go all the way up into the corner to where you don't actually lose any of that throttle. So I'm excited to see how he does in comparison. I'm excited to hear from him. Hopefully we can a little bit later and see how he's been doing with that transition. But it's going to be a crazy race for sure. SK Dare so far, the number 3 guy with a 121.03. I'm sure that's changed so far. Captain Crazy number 4-5 is Joel Cruz. G-Man Shames is 6 and 7. Free the number 8 guy. Creator Gamer number 9, and Vizzy your number 10 so far. That's your top 10 as it stands right this second. Going over to page number 3. I'm skipping 2 right now, Mr. Turner. Just give me a second and I will get to that. Going over to page number 3, Serial is in the number 21 spot with a 123.61. Flying Ryan 22, Cloud FPV 23. OGs, you are on the cutoff right now. OGs, you're barely in there with a 123.72. Zut, you're barely outside. Boating Accident just outside. Guile, Shrimpy Boy, Cliff Ox, Mr. Doom 284. You guys are all just barely outside that mark. We're looking for a 123.72 or faster. So if you haven't gotten that, you need to do it. You don't have a whole lot of time left, so keep that in mind. Let's go back. You got 10 minutes and 43 seconds, 40 seconds there on top left to go in the qualifying, ladies and gentlemen. We need to take a look at today's track as well. Have you got a chance to fly today's track, Alex?
I have gotten to fly it. It's what were you guys talking about before?
Some people were saying it's hard.
Stuff pissed Travis off.
Yeah,
I like the track though. It's a bit tricky, but I like it.
I didn't think that it was that difficult. I think it had now let me rephrase. I didn't give it a ton of time. Okay, I did a few test runs on it. I checked out a few things, but I was in work mode when I was flying, and I wasn't in my pilot mode where I'm trying to grind the track and trying to find the best lines. I was really doing more testing, but I didn't find it to be extremely difficult. I just found it to be tricky in some areas. Some portions where you got to move one way or another. It just felt like, okay, that I wasn't expecting that abrupt of a movement, so I got to make that change. But once you make that change mentally, I think it kind of starts to sink in. But I think people have a good grasp on it, though.
Yeah.
I think we'll be okay. A question over here on Twitter from Banu. To you, Vanover, what's your favorite place to fly? Day and night, inside, outside? Tell me about it.
That's a good question. I prefer flying really right here at home. Home for me is on a small private airport in North Texas. I'm really blessed to have a big field that I'm able to train in and fly at. It's out of the way from everyone. I can pretty much fly it year round here in Texas, right?
Wow.
So
yeah,
that's my favorite place to train. No crazy trees or anything like that. My other second favorite place, which is really at home to me, is in the summers up in Wisconsin, where we did the first Camp Vanover with Nub and Flexi. That spot is just beautiful for the 3 months out of the year when the weather's good.
Yeah.
Because it's really wide open, but it's got these great trees, and we really found some creative lines through there which really made it feel like we were flying an actual DRL track in a lot of ways.
Right.
Those are my 2 favorite flying locations. We can't fly at night. That's illegal.
Yeah.
And if at night, my favorite place to fly would be like a parking garage or something like that.
All right.
So.
Well, there you go. Hopefully that answers your question, Banu. Oh yeah. By the way, big shout out to Zach Anderson, the guy who actually sent SK Dare that RC controller. So a huge congratulations to SK Dare, and a huge shout out to Zach Anderson for sending that controller over. That was amazing of you to do that. We love it, man. What's Vanover's favorite type of tracks? Jacob is asking over here on Twitch.
Good question. I would say it doesn't matter really the track to me.
Okay.
It can be a tight track, it can be a wide open track. As long as I feel good on the track from the start of practice, it doesn't matter to me. If I had to make my preference, I would prefer a tight track, generally speaking, because you have areas to make up time. Levels 3 and 4 of the 2019 season are a good example, because in Minnesota we had 2 really critical switchback elements.
Yeah.
And if I was in 6th place, I could go from 6th to 1st through just one of those switchbacks.
Right.
Versus a track like Phoenix, which or Chase Field, which really pushed me out of my comfort zone because you had to fly the entire race without a mistake, and you had to launch perfectly as well. If you did those two things, you won. So it really just depends, as long as I feel I'm ready for every track, right? That's one thing I'm focusing on. I'm really focusing on my training this year. Coming out of Chase Field, it made me realize that there was a lot more work that I needed to do. So at this point, I'm excited for whatever DRL presents this year. I'm ready for it all, to be honest. And I don't mean to sound arrogant in that. It's just believing.
Yeah, I don't think you come off arrogant. I'm with you on that. I'm just looking forward to a good season. Well, speaking of tracks, I think it's time we show you guys our Week 5 track. That's where they're flying today and Thursday night. So they'll be flying the same track today as they fly on Thursday night. Here it is. Check it out, ladies and gentlemen. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That's the Week 5 track for these guys. Pretty difficult track for some of these folks. Some of them just saying, hey, I got this down and packed, ready to go. We'll have to find out. The track is nauseating, Banu Fong says. Canoodle, you should make more tracks like the Whoop track, but for 5-inch. I didn't make that track. I'm assuming you're talking about the Bad Neighbor track on the house map. I did not make that one. That was all Travis. Travis Daly's been making tracks like crazy. I made a lot of the original tracks when the sim first came out years and years ago, and then I kind of just moved away from track design, and it's been all about Travis Daly's sick and twisted design. Hey, Travis?
Yep. It's all my fault.
There you go.
No, gotta say, some of the favorite tracks that are in the sim still today are ones that you designed back before we even had the map editor.
That was tough designing tracks back then before we could easily do it in the editor. But it still has its challenges today. But I think the challenges lie a little bit more in how to get creative with the track, and how to make it different and exciting for each one of these races going on. And you've done a great job so far. So hats off to Travis Daly for making these amazing tracks. So
thanks. Yeah, and I told the one guy, you gotta be careful what you guys say, because we still have a track next week, and we still have the finals track. So don't piss me off.
There you go. Thanks, Travis. All right, guys, looking back at the boards, we've got 4 minutes left till qualifying is done. And let's find out if those results have changed so far. Halo Walker still on top, 120.40. A-Drone still behind him. SK Dare in the number 3 spot. So nothing changing from our top 5 guys. Captain Crazy still in the mix. Joel Cruz right there. G-Man, Shames, Free, Creator Gamer, and Vizzy. All the same top 10 so far, with the 120s down to 122.44. So, I don't know. Here's page 2 for you guys. Looking at Hondo in the number 11 spot. Scrappy, FPV, Grook, 12 and 13. Burf, you're in 14th right now. Default, Imperious, 15 and 16. Thumbs, Robot, Bonatti, 17, 18, 19. And Bernie FPV in the number 20 spot. Looking at page number 3, 21. That goes to Serial. Zut now moving up to 22, Flying Ryan down to 23, Cloud FPV in the number 24 spot, and that makes your top 24 as it stands right now with what we have, a little less than 4 minutes to go until qualifying is done. If you want to make that 24th position, you need faster than a 123.68 right now. So OGs, Josh, Boating Accident, Giles, Shrimpy Boy, Elvin, if you guys are listening, that's what you need. Faster than a 123.68, because that's what Cloud FPV has right now. And Cloud FPV is sitting in the number 24th spot, which is our cutoff. So keep that in mind as well. All right, a couple minutes to go, and our qualifying is done. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to get those final runs in, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, if you're just joining us, thank you so much. We have ways for you guys to win lots of cash. So if you want to win some money, make sure you tweet at us. Got to use that Twitter. Tweet at Drone Race League using the hashtag DRLSimLive, and you'll be entered into a drawing to win $100. We'll give away 3 of those lucky drawing winners today will get $100. Then also there's plenty of other ways to win. There's the rookie leaderboards, there's the participation awards, there's the regional leaderboards, and there's the weekly leaderboards. And of course, you could just fly in the tournament and win there. So first place will get a hot seat spot, and the top 12 pilots or players going to the final event on April 2nd, where they'll all battle it out for one position only left to join the DRL season, the 2020 DRL season, and fly against that guy right there, Mr. Alex Vanover. You looking forward to that? You think it's going to be a challenge at all?
Who knows? I'm just kidding. Of course it's going to be a challenge. Man, any one of all these sim guys are really great. Even those who may not make the top 12. I mean, there's a lot of work that goes into the simulator. Just me taking some time and grinding these tracks as well, I can understand, and it gives me a huge amount of respect for the guys. I know personally Amari, I know Chief, I know Manny, or stuff. Those guys are just taking it to a whole nother level in terms of practice. It reminds me of the level of practice that I put in to training with the real racer for, right? So I have a huge respect for these guys. You know, whoever gets the spot is going to be a real threat in the 2020 season for DRL. So I mean, I'm excited. I'm pumped. I want the challenge though, because when they're working hard, it motivates me to work hard. So I love
Absolutely. I totally get it, man. It's going to be some good stuff. A couple questions over here. Sherry from Twitter to Vanover. How did you get started in FPV racing? We got about a minute or two. Yeah, tell us how you got started.
Yeah, so I saw DRL back in end of 2015, somewhere around there. I've been flying RC airplanes and helicopters and FPV for a few years, and I was watching some early freestyle pilots like Sharpoo fly, and all those guys who were really pioneering it. And I saw DRL, and I was sitting with my dad, and we saw it, and I was like, oh my gosh. I realized that drone racing was this actual sport, or could be a sport. And then I remember telling him, like, I want to be the best at that, right? Because this is something that I love to do. I'm really competitive, and this is like the perfect mix of the two. And that's how I started. I started going to local races. I signed up for my first race in 2016. It was a local multi-GP race in Dallas. Yeah. And then I worked my way up the ladder until I got to DRL. So dream come true from then on. And
that's huge. And that's you know, guys, that's still a way you can get into DRL. Going to those races, climbing yourself up those leaderboards, getting the tops, getting the podium positions, making yourself known as a pilot in the industry in any other avenue will get you, get the spotlight on you for us to recognize your talents as well. But if you haven't done that and you want to do it through the sim, that's what we're here for today, ladies and gentlemen. So keep that in mind as well. There are plenty of ways to become a DRL pilot, but there's not always a lot of positions open for DRL pilots. So something for you guys to think about. But if you're joining us right here on the show, then that's one of the best ways you can get yourself into the hot seat and become the next DRL pilot is right here in the DRL sim. We've got our top 24. Hey, Trav?
Yeah.
Okay,
we got top 24. Let's do this. I thought I was muted. Sorry.
No, you're there with us. Here's our first group, ladies and gentlemen. Halo Walker, Creator Gamer, Free, Default, Imperious, and Cloud. You guys will be in group number 1. Looking at group number 2. Oh, we don't have those set up yet, so I will just give you the names based on this list here. Halo Walker, Adron, SK, Dare, Captain Crazy, Joel, Cruz, G-Man, Shames, Creator Gamer, Vizzy, Free, Hondo, Scrappy, Bernie, Grook, Burf, Default, Imperious, Thumbs, Robot, Bonatti, Serial, Zut, Flying Ryan, and Cloud FPV. If you heard your name, then you're in the top 24, so be on the lookout for which group you will be joining. All right, we're going into group number 1, and we'll kick off our first heat of the quarterfinals in just a moment here, ladies and gentlemen. I was just about to tell you. Oh, okay, I'm sorry. I was reading the wrong comment there. TW Glacion says, Vanover, if you watched the earlier seasons, what was your favorite DRL course that you did not race?
Ooh, that's a great question. I have to say probably BMW Velt in season 3.
Ah, okay. Good choice.
The London Championship in season 2. Oh my goodness. I mean, there's a lot of great courses. I would have loved to race all of them, but I think those two stand out the most to me when I think about tracks. In fact, those are the first 2 tracks I flew in the simulator.
Oh, really? Oh, man, the London Championship track is a tough one to first start off. We're getting into heat number 1. Here they are, ladies and gentlemen. Free in the yellow drone. We're on board with him so far. Let's go over to that FPV view and watch as he chases the front pack. Imperious in purple Halo Walker in the red drone, Cloud FPV in orange, Creator Gamer in blue, and Default in the green drone. Free currently in the number 5 position as he screams through that corridor of that cube, and out the next one on the drop down, the hard left turn, and up into the power loop over the bridge. Free moving positions. No, stays in number 5. Switching over to Cloud FPV, who's battling it out with Halo Walker. Here's that outside view as we switch cameras for you. There they are. Halo Walker in the lead, the red drone. Look at the distance he has from the rest of the pack as he goes through a little fumble through that gate on the run over. The drop down below. Halo Walker still in the lead. Creator Gamer, however, in the blue drone in second place. Imperious in purple, hot on his tail. And Free right there with him. Free now moves up to 4th place. Through the cube, on to the next one. And the drop down. Creator Gamer still in the number 2 spot as he starts to pull away from 3 and 4. Imperious in purple, Free in yellow. Right there with him. Oh, big mistake from Imperious as he hits the ledge and goes down. He has to regain position but drops to 4th place. That allows Free to move up into 3rd. On that run, the final turn, and Halo Walker brings it in 1st place with a 122.21. Creator Gamer in 2nd place and Free in 3rd. First race done. And our top 3 guys are Halo Walker, Creator Gamer, and Free. 10 points, 7 and 5. For 1, 2, and 3, 3 points for 4th place, 1 for 5th place, and 0 for 6th. That's how the points go, ladies and gentlemen. Now, keep in mind, they've got 5 heats to get to the top amount of points. The top 3 guys from this group will be moving on to the semifinals, and we're going into heat number 2 already, just like that. Van, Creator Gamer, right there in the mix. Halo Walker up top. He's got the red drone. We talked about that in the past. People have always said that the red drone's the lucky drone. I don't know, man. What do you think?
It's going to be interesting. It's one heat in. We'll see. You know, I think Imperious had just a bad start to that run, but, you know, we'll see. I think Halo Walker can do pretty well.
Yeah, I think you're onto something there. Here they are off the start into the first gate. That's that slalom section up, down, and then the hairpin turn. Free in the yellow drone goes down. Imperious in purple up there in the front, number 3 spot currently. Creator Gamer in the blue drone in 1st place. There's him on the drop and into the cube. Beautiful transition into it. No slowing down whatsoever for him as he's currently holding on to 1st place. And you can see Imperious in purple tries to catch up. He's got some work to do. Default in green battling for 2nd place with Imperious. There's the 2 of them, Default and Imperious. Imperious and Default back and forth up to the cube, making that hard right turn and back to the slalom. From the start of the lap, Creator Gamer in the lead still. Halo Walker having some trouble out there, Vanover. What is going on?
I have no idea.
He is having issues right now through that slalom, hit the top of that block and then went down, had to reset. He's currently in 6th place and has a long battle to get back up front. I'm not sure it's going to happen in this race. I don't know. Creator Gamer still in the lead. Default in 2nd place. And Imperious with a fumble, and he goes down and drops to 5th place. That was him in the purple drone on the left side of the screen. If you happen to have noticed that, Creator Gamer in blue, Default in green. You're 1 and 2 so far. Up to the cube, the hard right. And they're running into the end of the lap here. Creator Gamer, Default, and Cloud. You're 1, 2, 3. The final stretch to turn to the finish. And that's the order all the way in. Free in the number 4 spot. Halo Walker, though. Not a good start for him so far in the quarterfinals. It was a great start in heat number 1. But going in heat number 2, it's a huge night and day difference there between 1 and 2. Of a 122 versus a 129. But that fumble there, that really hurt him. Creator Gamer.
Creator Gamer.
Yeah, 17 points for him. He's looking really hot right now with a 124 average and very consistent runs. See that 124.33 and 124.30 so far for him. That's good stuff. That's really good stuff for him. 17 points on the board, 10 for Halo Walker. Has your thoughts changed at all?
Man, I don't know where my thoughts are with this group. You know, we'll see, right? You know, I still think Imperious can do well and pull out some wins, but you know, right now it's still anyone's game. I think heat number 3 is going to be a big turning point for some of these guys, or it's going to be a real deciding point for the guys on top. We'll see.
Well, we'll see what happens. Travis, what was our number 1 time in qualifying, if you don't mind or happen to have that information for us?
It was Halo Walker in the qualifying round with a 120.40.
Ah, okay.
Wow.
120.40. So that's what we're looking to beat, ladies and gentlemen. Here they are, heat number 3 off the blocks and through the first gates. Halo Walker in the red drone finds himself up front. This is him on that stretch, the dive down And he's being chased by the rest of the pack. Cloud FPV in orange just behind him in second place. Default in the mix as well in the green drone through the cube. And on to the next one. They'll turn all the way around and dive back down. Here's second place View. A Cloud FPV fighting with two others, Creator Gamer and Free, battling for second place. That's a fierce fight going on right now. Quite a dog fight. Free in yellow pulls ahead. Cloud takes the lower angle and slows him down. Free allowing him to move up into position. Halo Walker in first. Free looking hot. Cloud hits the block and goes down. Has to reset. There he is getting back in the mix. He'll drop all the way to fifth place. Free takes advantage. He moves into second place. Halo Walker drops down. He made a mistake as well. Free in the lead. Ladies and gentlemen, on the end of lap number 2, making the turn into the cube and the drop back down. Free in the lead. Creator Gamer in second place. No, it's Halo Walker who's currently in second. The three are battling it out. Free swings high and wide. That gives Halo Walker the chance to pass. He's in first place. Upside into the cube. Halo Walker in the lead. Free in second. The final stretch. The turn to the finish gate. Halo Walker's got this, ladies and gentlemen. All the way in. It's Halo Walker with a 123 and Free right behind him. Creator Gamer in third. Man, that was a battle right there. That was quite the battle. Woo! 22 points on the board for Creator Gamer, but it was Halo Walker's race in heat number 3, a 414 overall with 20 points on the board, 15 for Free. Holy hell. Yes, Travis has a cam. I left it up for you guys that whole time so you can watch him just staring at the screen and doing whatever he's doing back there. Nobody knows what he does over there, but he's doing stuff. I know that. It's very, very, very. I'll turn him off.
I'm watching reruns of Friends over here. I don't
Is
know
that you would, you boomer.
Boomer.
Bryce.
Checking out season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Say it again. What did you say?
Oh, I said I was checking out the season 8 of Game of Thrones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, there we go.
I heard good things.
You're out of control. Bryce Bentley over on YouTube says, Vanover, what rates do you use?
I use 1.00, 0.59, and 0.01. So that's 1.00, 0.59 for Super 8, and then 0.01 Expo. That's my freestyle and race rates. For DRL, the rates I use are 1.03, 0.66, and then no Expo. So 1.03, 0.66 for DRL rates. Hopefully, we can get my personal rates in one of those profiles. We'll see. We'll see about that. Right? But for anyone curious, we get 5 choices with the DRL controller for the rates. Most people use rate profile 1, which is like 400 degrees a second. I use rate profile 2, which is about 660 degrees a second.
Wow.
It's a bit fast.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's fast.
It's a bit fast in my opinion. The problem is if you make a mistake, it's easy to overcorrect, but I don't really like the curve on the very first rate profile. It feels very jumpy.
Oh, okay.
So, and honestly, those high rates felt really good in levels 3 and 4 because I could really pull it back into the first switch back through the swatch gate really quickly. I could just stop the quad instantaneously, it felt like, with the high rates.
Are you finding yourself changing rates based on track at all, or are you kind of keeping them the same?
A little bit, yeah, just by about 1 or 2% though.
That's interesting. I didn't think that you'd be doing that. Here we are in heat number 4 off the blocks through the first couple gates. It's Free in yellow who finds himself in the front of the pack. Creator Gamer in blue right there with him. Halo Walker in the red drone takes a nice tight turn and makes the pass for first place. Moves into position. Now it's Free battling for second place with Creator Gamer and Halo Walker up front in the lead. Great view of him as Free stares at the back of his trail on the dive down. Halo Walker still in the lead, making that left turn and the ascent into the power loop over the bridge. Halo Walker, a beautiful tight turn from him. So tight, I thought he went down on that one, but he did not. It was just a great transition. Free, not letting up one single bit. He's right there with him. Creator Gamer in blue. These guys are ducks in a row through the slalom. Up top, and the swing around on the hairpin. Free drops a little low, but hangs on to second place. And Halo Walker still in the lead. Creator Gamer in blue. The line starts to separate ever so much as they go into the next cube. Halo Walker pulling away from Free. Free pulling away from Creator Gamer. Imperious in the number 4 spot in the purple drone. I don't know. This one, Halo Walker has such a significant lead here. I just don't see anything changing on this one, Vanny.
Me neither. I think Halo Walker's going to take it. I'm watching his FPV feed right now. Nice, smooth, very precise, tight lines, and he's coming in for the win.
There you go. Creator Gamer's View as he brings it in. I tried to get you guys a controller overlay, but I botched that one, so my apologies. And 4 heats just like that, ladies and gentlemen, in the quarterfinals. 30 points on the board, 27 for Creator Gamer, just a couple points behind. 5:36.08 overall time. That's a great time. 5:35 for Creator Gamer. So Creator Gamer happens to have a faster overall time. He's got a little more consistency going on. He doesn't have that 0 from heat number 2 that Halo Walker has, so he's got a bit of an advantage there. But 30 points on the board after 4 heats for Halo Walker. That's a good start. That's a good start. I think he's looking pretty solid with 1 more heat to go. However, things could change. Vanover, predictions going into heat number 5. 30, 27, and 22 points for Halo, Creator, and Free.
Man, I think Halo Walker's gonna come out of this group on top. I really do. His lines looked really good. He even toned it back just a little bit on the end of that second lap and still was able to keep the lead. And I think Creator Gamer is gonna keep flying consistent. He knows points-wise that he's in a good spot. I expect to see Free and Imperious FPV, though, really battle it out for that lead.
All right, let's see if that changes at all. Here we are in the final heat of group number 1 of the quarterfinals. Off the blocks and through the first gate, it's Halo Walker in the red drone who finds the lead and holds on to it so far. And it was Creator Gamer in the blue drone that went down on that turn, and that cost him. He's in 6th place currently. Imperious just behind in 2nd. Cloud FPV and Imperious battling for 2nd place. Let's see if I can give you guys that outside view from behind. There it is. You can see Imperious in purple. Now drops to 3rd place. It's Cloud in the mix as well. Halo Walker still in the front of the pack. Here's Imperious as he goes up into that cube. And you can see Cloud was just on his left side. Took the wider turn. That slowed him down, allowing Imperious to pull ahead even farther. Building the distance between him and 3rd place. That's exactly what he needs to do. Imperious's line is looking smooth and consistent so far. But not to discredit Cloud, who's right behind in the orange drone. 3rd place currently on the drop. Takes the inside line, drops in on him. Tries to get the pass, and he does. Can he hold it? That's the question. Imperious with a big fumble. He goes all the way back to 6th place. We've got a guy all by himself, and that's Cloud FPV in orange. Currently in 2nd place as the pack catches up to him. Halo Walker up front all alone, however. Default in the number 3 spot. His view from behind Cloud. On the final turn, Halo Walker brings it in first. Cloud FPV. What happened? Oh, we got some changes. Free drops all the way back to 6th. What the hell is going on?
Whoa.
That order changed up dramatically.
Whoa.
So Cloud dropped to 2nd place. He got the 7 points on the board. It was Default in 4th. Free went all the way to the end of the pack. Imperious in 5th. So many changes right there. Oh, man. But a 1:21 time from Halo Walker. He'll get 10 points on the board. I think that's our fastest so far in this group, if I'm not mistaken. Yes, it is. Not quite as fast as what we saw in our qualifying. Fastest you said, Trav, was a 1:20, correct?
1:20.40, yeah.
There you go, 1:20.40. We're not quite seeing those times just yet, but I imagine eventually we'll get to some of those faster times. But it's 40 points on the board for Halo Walker. He moves on. Creator Gamer and Free, those two also moving on to the semifinals. Default, Cloud FPV, and Imperious will get their chance again on Thursday. Hopefully they'll join us then. All right, does that change anything for you as far as predictions go, Mr. Vanover?
Maybe a little bit. I think Halo Walker really started to turn up. He had a rough start in that 2nd heat.
Yeah.
And then after that, I was really focusing on his FPV feed. He was really aggressive through those lines. This is a very technical, challenging track. It's really about chaining everything together, and he did an amazing job, kept it under control. He's going to be one of the guys I watch out for, all the way, hopefully, into the finals. But honestly, Tony, I'm getting more excited about this group right here because my prediction for winning today, A-Drone, is up, and I'm going to be very curious to see how he performs on this particular track here today.
A-Drone in this group in the red drone as well. Burf in green, Vizzy in yellow. Flying Ryan will be in the orange drone. Thumbs in purple. And Shames from Team Heart America in the number 6. Is A-Drone in Team Heart America as well? Does anyone know? Or
I don't think he is.
I don't think he is he?
I believe he is.
He is? I want to say, my gut tells me he is, but I will have to get confirmation from that. I'm sure somebody in the chat knows and can tell us right away. Thea Lambert from Twitter to Vanover says, how do you deal with nerves, man? That's a great question, and I'm glad you. Before you answer that, real quick, for those who don't know what he's talking about, as an athlete, you're able to kind of run around and move around, whether it be whatever sport you're playing. You're physically can move your body quite a bit. So if you get that adrenaline rush, you kind of have that ability to kind of get through it, right? But when you're sitting in a chair and you have goggles on and you have a controller in your hand, you can't move anything. Right? You're stuck there. And so when you get nervous or when you have adrenaline rush, you have no way to kind of like get that out of your body. How do you deal with that, Vanny?
Well, there's a few things to it. The first thing I try to do is I always try and wipe my hands on my legs, kind of get the sweat off. One tip that I got from someone a while back, and I can't remember who it was, but it's you breathe in really quickly and then exhale for 10 seconds, and that brings your heart rate down a lot. That's a big thing as well. And also, I just try and remember up there that I've trained as much as I physically can. I've done all the work that I need to, and whatever happens is going to happen. I just try and focus on flying my race, and I keep thinking about exactly what I'm going to do the moment that timer goes off. And the moment that timer goes off, those nerves turn into adrenaline for me.
Well, that's good, solid advice for you. Hopefully that answers your question, Theo. Thank you so much. Great question, by the way. Keep throwing them out there. If you guys have more, tweet at us at Drone Race League using the hashtag DRLSimLive. Here we go into the first heat of quarterfinal group number 2, and Vizzy in the yellow drone fights with a drone. No, not anymore. Big fumble from Vizzy through that turn. And he goes down, dropping to 5th place, currently just in front of Flying Ryan in the number 6 spot. A-Drone in red, all alone up front. Thumbs in purple, tries to catch up, but A-Drone giving him a run for his money. Here's Burf's View from 3rd place. Takes the inside turn, tries to cut it tight, ends up closing the distance ever so slightly to him and Thumbs, but not quite good enough to make the passes just yet. Out of the power loop. Burf still in 3rd place. Thumbs in 2nd. A-Drone in 1st. These guys are one in front of the next. As they make the turn for lap number 2. Into the slalom, Burf coming through. Shames hot on his tail, though. Tries to get on the inside to make the pass. Not able to. Burf keeping him at bay so far. Burf with a better line going through that section. But look at Shames starting to catch up and goes for that pass. Can he do it? He might be able to get it on the drop. We'll find out. A-Drone in the lead. Thumbs in 2nd. And Burf in 3rd. Shames into the number 4 spot. Here's Shames' View as he goes for the pass and makes it, ladies and gentlemen, on the ascent into the power loop. Shames now moving into 3rd. Burf swings wide. That slows him down ever so much more. A-Drone in the lead. Thumbs in 2nd. Shames currently in 3rd place. Shames cutting it really tight to the low side of that. And now making his moves on Thumbs. Here comes 2nd place. He's trying to go for it. Will he get it? Oh! He does! What a race from Shames, ladies and gentlemen. Going from 5th place all the way moving up into 2nd with a 125.50. Oh, what a race, James. Great job. A-Drone, however, with a 122. He'll get 1st place on that one and put 10 points on the board, kicking it off with a great run as we start off quarterfinal group number 2. A 122. So far, our fastest from A-Drone. Man! Vanny! Wow. I hope you were watching the same thing I was watching. Shames was just clawing his way up there and just did where did he get the speed?
I don't know. He handled the pressure real well. I was watching A-Drone for pretty much the first 50% of that race, and then I was listening to you commentate, and I went ahead and switched to Shames. Yeah. Wow, I'm so glad I did. What a battle.
That was fantastic. I don't know how he was able to make some of those moves to get that extra speed. He was just taking the better line each time, and that helped him quite a bit. Man, what a run from Shames. Hopefully he can keep that up as we go into heat number 2. Whew. That was incredible. Go Shames and A-Drone, Kevin Turner says. Hey, man, how are you? Shout out to Flying Ryan from Spokane. Way to go, Ryan. Racer T says. Love it. All right, here we go into the next heat, ladies and gentlemen. A-Drone off the blocks. And into turn number 1, he gets the lead so far. Shames in blue just behind him. Shames now falling back ever so much more. Burf in the number 3 spot on the drop down. And look at Flying Ryan in orange. Tries to make the pass. Burf keeps him at bay on the drop down into the next cube. Shames now creeping up on A-Drone. Here's Shames' View as he cuts ever so much closer to A-Drone on the drop. Takes the inside through the turn. Swings out on the apex. And up top, beautiful, beautiful power loop from Shames. Not able to get any closer, though. Adrone swings a little wide into that turn. That allows Shames to close a tiny bit of distance between him and first place, but Adrone gains some extra speed and keeps him at bay. Adrone still in the lead. Shames in second. Burf in third. Flying Ryan, number 4 spot currently in the orange drone. We're sticking with Shames right now. Burf in the green drone. Starts to catch up. On the drop down, though, Shames separates the gap. Adrone still in front. Shames with a wobble. Oh, Burf makes the pass on Shames. Shames takes it right back on the ascent into the power loop. Out of the power loop, Burf gets the inside, and he takes the pass. Shames gets it right back. Now on the scream up into the cube. Shames in the second. Burf takes it back again. On the run. The end of the lap is coming, ladies and gentlemen. The turn. Burf in the lead. He's got it. On the final stretch. Adrone, Burf, and Shames. Oh. A 121 from Adrone as well, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Wow. A 121. Nice fast time from him. 121.64. Fastest so far. But Shames and Burf, the battle was fierce for second. Holy cow. That was incredible. I don't know. Shames seemed to have a little wobble as he went through that ascent as he goes into that cube. And it just threw him off ever so much. That allowed Burf to really catch up. And Burf somehow managed to stay in front. But look at the splits on their times. 124.27 for Burf. And a 124.61 for Shames. I mean, he was right there with him. So 2 heats down, Captain Vanover, and 20 on the board, 12 and 10 for Shames and Burf. Still looking at Adrone. 2 10s on the board.
100%. Adrone's got this. You know, I think there's going to be a great battle between Shames, Burf, and Thumbs. Those guys are really going to be... I think Burf and Thumbs are going to be really fighting for that number 3 spot. Shames seems to be doing well under the pressure, making a few mistakes, but still coming out in the top 3. Yeah. But Adrone is just so smooth through these turns. I was watching his FPV feed. What's interesting, he's not afraid to pull the power back, too, in some of these elements, which most other guys just don't do.
All right, well, I'm getting a request from FPV Kev in the chat. He wants to see an FPV view the entire race. I'll tell you what. Here's Adrone's view, and we'll stick on him for a while. As a matter of fact, while we're here, might as well turn on the controller overlay so you guys can see his sticks and what it is that he's doing on this amazing track. Dive back down into the cube. Adrone's still in the lead. And as far as second and third goes, well, I can't see them. So we're looking through Adrone's eyes only. On the ascent into that power loop. And there was a slight glimpse of Flying Ryan as he was on his ascent and Adrone was on the descent. Here's that turn that Shames had some trouble on. But Shames looking so far in second, and he seems to be holding on to it. Adrone just ever so slightly slowing down through that turn. Beautiful transition through that slalom and the hairpin. Oh, my. That was you could tell he's got that memorized. I think he could have done that with his eyes closed, eh?
Oh my gosh, it's just so smooth. I love this style of flying so much. Not jerky, just lining up every turn nice and precise. Not hugging all the gates as tight as I've seen him do before, but just really flying a smooth and efficient race.
You know, I think one of the things to take out of this is you watch how he handles the exit of a turn. He's already thinking about the entrance of the next, you know? He's not just going from one box to the next, if you will. He's literally threading these turns together and allowing them to make the best line possible through that section. Adrone with a 121.43. He'll get first place. Shames in second. Well, there you go. Team Crash RC, I'm sorry I didn't see that request for Burf, but we got you an FPV view of Adrone's flight there, and it was a great one at that. 121.43 for him. 30 points on the board. Shames with 19. And Burf with 11. Now, Burf and Thumbs are both tied with 11 points, so... why does Burf have the higher position? Well, if you look at their overall time, they're on the right side next to the number 11. You'll see that Burf has a 4:16.14 overall fast time versus the 4:17.36. So that means that he has a faster overall time. That breaks the tie and puts him into the higher position. So it's all about top 3 here. Top 3 guys move on to the next round. Bottom 3, they're done for. They've got to come back on the next one. So it's not so much about getting first place each time. Obviously, that's a benefit, especially when it comes to playing head games. And Vanover, you know all too well about head games and competition. You've been dealing with competition for years, and even before drone racing. Head games are just part of it. How do you do head games in a sim race, you know?
You know, that's a good question. I don't have a lot of sim tournament experience myself, but I imagine it's the same thing that transfers over.
Yeah.
You know, these guys can get in each other's heads based on just how well they do in a race, or it's very easy to let someone else get in your head because they're maybe doing better than you. At the end of the day, it all doesn't matter. These guys just had to channel in, focus on what they need to do, and not worry about everyone else. It's a bit easier in a simulator because you're not standing or sitting right next to these guys.
Right.
In DRL, they can just shout at you.
Yeah, exactly. Well, good advice there and good calls. Here we are in the next heat. Shames and the blue drone battling with A-Drone up front. These two neck and neck. A-Drone finds a way to make a pass. Shames just behind him on the drop now. Shames pulls ahead, and A-Drone takes it right back on the ascent. And the dive back down. A-Drone ever so slightly in the lead. Shames in second place. Vizzy in the mix as well. That yellow drone flying Ryan in orange. We're seeing Burf towards the back of the pack in that green drone. Burf's got to claw his way back up to the front. Shames in second. A-Drone starting to pull away even more now. Shames needs to find a better line to make these passes on A-Drone. A-Drone doing a great job keeping him at bay. Look at the battle for third, though. Flying Ryan and Vizzy neck and neck. Not anymore! Vizzy hits the wall. He goes down for a tumble, and Thumbs gets in the mix. Uh-oh. Vizzy tries to take the tight line, ends up taking him on the inside, but then swings out at the end of the turn. A-Drone, Shames, and Thumbs. You're 1, 2, 3. Flying Ryan trying to make the moves on Thumbs. Tries to take the inside. Can he do it? He tries. No, he does not do it. Thumbs keeps him at bay. No, Flying Ryan takes it. Thumbs takes it right back. This is a fierce battle. Meanwhile, A-Drone and Shames still up front. You're first and second. Vizzy in the mix. Oh, these guys are all over the place right now. A-Drone takes first. Shames in second. And here comes the rest of the pack. Thumbs gets it just in front. No! Flying Ryan got it. Look at the split time between Flying Ryan and Thumbs. A 124.41 versus a 124.63. Oh, wow. Unfortunately, it doesn't do a lot for him as he's currently in fifth place. But there's one heat to go, and he is tied with Burf. And they're only 3 points behind Thumbs. So, with that being said, one heat to go. Things could easily change. We know, here's what we know so far. A-Drone has clinched. He's moving on to the semis. Shames, well, he's clinched. He's moving on to the semis as well. So now it's a battle for the one final position left in this group, and that's for third place. Right now we've got 3 guys battling it out. Thumbs, Burf, and Flying Ryan. Those are the 3 that I'm looking at. But which one, Vanover, are you looking at to take it moving on to the semifinals?
Man, I'm looking at all these numbers and everything from these 3 guys, Thumbs, Flying Ryan, and it's honestly anyone's game. You know, looking at all of them, Burf has the fastest time thus far out of the 3 of those guys inside of... Actually, no, I take that back. That's Flying Ryan actually has the fastest time out of the 3 of these guys in these quarterfinals. So, you know, if he can have a solid run, then he's got a chance. But I think Thumbs is in the best position. He needs a solid placement. He needs second or better. But he's, I think he can pull it off.
I was going to say, if you look, I was hoping that screen would stay up for just a second longer. If you looked at Flying Ryan, he's coming off of the higher finishes the last 2 heats. He's got 2 5-pointers. The other guys have 2 3s and 2 1-pointers from those last 2 heats. So Flying Ryan is looking better going into this heat than the other 2. So I'm gonna go with my prediction is going to be Flying Ryan in the orange. Let's see what happens as they battle it out. Shames' View in the blue drone. And let's go up to the front of the pack. It's Vizzy up front. No, who is it? It's A-Drone and Shames. You're 1-2. Remember, we're looking for third place guys. Vizzy, Thumbs, Flying Ryan, and Burf. So far, Burf in the number 6 spot. Here's Vizzy's View from third. Let's go over to Thumbs, who's just behind him. On the chase, tries to make a pass, and Vizzy keeps him at bay. It's Flying Ryan, though, who's pushing up on Thumbs. Flying Ryan tries to get the pass, does not have it. Thumbs keeps him at bay. Out of the cube and on to lap number 2. A-Drone, Shames, Vizzy, you're 1, 2, 3. Did that change? It did change. Shames falls back. The order is all over the place. A-Drone's still in the lead, but it's Burf who's in third just behind Vizzy. No, Flying Ryan up front as well. What the hell is going on? Flying Ryan currently in third place just behind Vizzy. A-Drone in the lead. Burf down up to 4th now. Shames down to 5th. Thumbs down to 6th. It's all over the place, and Flying Ryan fumbles. He hits the inside ledge, drops to 5th place. It's Vizzy who's in 2nd place just behind A-Drone, Burf in 3rd. The final stretches are here, the final turns are here, and the run to the finish. Burf comes in just ahead of Shames with a 125.01. Shames has a problem. Flying Ryan passes on that turn. Vizzy, it's all over the place. What just happened?
Wow.
Not what we expected, guys. A-Drone in the lead. We knew that was happening. He's been on solid 10s this entire time. 50 points on the board. Shames, though, not what we expected. He ends up getting 0 points from heat number 5. He still has 26 overall. But Burf comes in with the 5-pointer, puts him at 16. He beats out Thumbs by 1 point and Flying Ryan by 2 to move on to the semifinals. Oh, Vizzy in the chat says, GG's, fellas. GG's. Vizzy, it was a solid run. You came out of nowhere in heat number 5, getting 7 points on the board with a 123, capitalizing on those mistakes that were made from the other guys. Great job. Just wasn't enough, unfortunately, to get you into the top 3. But it was close, man. It was close. Vizzy says it took him 5 heats to warm up. I know. Good effort, though, for sure. Thumbs, you as well. You guys were right there. So A-Drone, Shames, and Burf move on. Now, does that change your thoughts, huh, Vanover? A-Drone's looking solid. Shames looking good except for heat number 5, unfortunately. And Burf comes in out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's still, between, Shames and A-Drone, I think they're both looking really good for today. I think A-Drone is obviously going to be in those finals. He's still my prediction to win. I think Shames is going to be in those finals. Those other guys, it's kind of hit or miss.
Yeah.
And it's just going to come down to who's going to be flying better, really,
We'll
when it
find
comes
out,
to the
right?
semifinals. I'm excited.
We've got a couple questions for you in the chat. Update. A-Drone is not Team Heart of America. He's actually on Team White Goat. For those who were thinking about that earlier on, we were talking about Team Heart of America, and a bunch of the guys are on that team in the outside races outside of DRL. But he is not on that one. He's on Team White Goat. So for those that were wondering, Zach Anderson is asking you, Vanover, on Twitter, how does it feel to be one of the youngest of the DRL pilots?
It feels pretty good, actually. I don't think about the age too much while I'm there. The only times I do think about the age are when we're done with the races and everyone's going to a bar and I'm going back to my hotel room to play Xbox, or something, right? Age really isn't a number in the sport. I think younger people generally seem to do better, maybe because we just have more time on our hands to practice.
Yeah.
But
well, I think you also have that hand-eye coordination that's better than the guys who are a little bit older. You know what I mean? Like, we start to lose that as we get older, and so you still got that advantage. You get that sharp.
Yeah.
That sharpness.
I'm not washed up yet, huh?
No, exactly.
Right. But no, it's age. I don't really think too much about it. It's one of the things I get asked a lot, to be honest. Especially last year, I was the youngest pilot at 19 years old. I just go out there to fly and show that there's advantages and disadvantages to age. I think on one hand, these guys, take the age away from it. In my opinion, it all comes down to experience in DRL and experience in racing in general. So for me, coming into DRL, even though I had a lot of racing experience, it was still a lot to take in, and there was so much to learn. I feel like I'm still. It's weird. I wouldn't consider myself veteran at DRL. I would consider myself pro.
Yeah.
Right. Where I'm not quite there. I think there's still more to learn. A lot more to learn, that some of these guys have knowledge on, but I mean, I'm loving it. Let's just say that.
Time, right?
Yep.
It absolutely does. Group number 3, we're looking for G-Man. G-Man, where are you? SK Dare, G-Man, Hondo, Grook, Robot, and Zut. But it looks like G-Man is not in his hot seat yet, so G-Man, we'll need you to get on in there.
I've got him here, Tony, but I don't have you.
You do not have me yet, because I had not jumped in there yet. So I'm in there now. Graham Parkinson's, get yourself a wireless dongle for your radio, and then you can get company. Graham, that's a good solid advice there. Dividing Sirius says, I find when flying the sim, I have to be in a precise sitting position. I usually fly standing, but sitting in front of the monitor screws me royalty. Dividing, man, you're not alone. You're not alone. There comes a time where you just you find what works best for you. And you get to that comfy position and you can't change it. And once you do, it really messes with your flight. You're not alone in that spot, man. We all feel that way. But what Grams gave you advice on, solid advice from Graham. Thank you, Graham, for throwing that out there as well. All right. Into heat number 1 of quarterfinal group number 3, Hondo in the yellow drone, G-Man in blue, Robot in purple, Zut in orange, Grook in green, and SK Dare in the red drone. SK Dare no longer on that PS4 controller, now flying, I believe it's a QX7 if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct me on that if I'm wrong. SK Dare looking great in the front of the pack, though. Hondo in second just behind him. Grook in the number 3 spot. Here's his view. Grook's one of those guys that have been with us for a long time as well. Actually came into the sim with an Xbox controller, and he actually modified that Xbox controller to give himself longer stick ends. And that helped him tremendously. Got a little more resolution out of the controller, but eventually upgraded, and now here he is in the quarterfinals of the DRL Sim Tryouts. Grook in green, and the number 3, Robot with a fumble. That allows Grook to surge ahead. Robot now screams back up front, fighting with Grook for third place. SK Dare and G-Man, you're 1-2. That order has not changed. SK Dare has continued to build his distance from first to second. Here's G-Man's view in second place, and I currently do not see SK Dare on the screen. G-Man slows down. Grook makes the pass in green. Grook now in second place on the power loop. Grook comes out ahead. G-Man in third in the blue drone. On the ascent into the cube, Grook still in second place. G-Man in third. Robot trying to make his moves. He falls back. It's Hondo now jumping in the yellow position, or in the yellow drone in third or fourth place. SK Dare brings it in first. Grook in second place. G-Man in third. Hondo in fourth. So quite a bit of changes in that right at the end there of that run. But SK Dare gets 10 points on the board of 122-28. Not a lot of action going on in that one. But I'll tell you what, right there towards the end, the excitement started to ramp up as these guys were changing orders, and Grook moved into position. Few mistakes were made, and he was able to creep into second place and hold on to it. With a 125.85, we'll see if he can keep that going into heat number 2. Confirmation, he is using a QX7. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. Question from Banu on Twitter to Vanover. It says, what's your most memorable moment in the DRL? I know we've answered that before, but the question came in there.
I'll just say this. Winning the World Championship, and then I would say just going to Singapore with DRL was amazing.
All right. Singapore must have been a lot of fun, I imagine. I did not go to that one, but it looked like you guys had a great time out there. You guys were doing all kinds of fun things. I'm rather jealous of all that, too.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
All right, Vanover, who are you looking at this race? Let's follow along through the eyes of the FPV of your choice.
I'm going to say SK Dare. I watched him the first race and the FPV feed. He's looking good.
SK Dare currently in second place, and we're looking for G-Man in the blue drone up front. SK Dare coming out of that power loop beautifully. Nice transitions through some of these turns on the ascent into the cube. SK Dare now in first, G-Man in second. I guess he was just next to him or around him somewhere. We couldn't see him from the FPV view. Remember, players can only see in front of him. Oh, no! SK Dare makes a wobble, and G-Man makes the pass, but SK Dare takes it right back. G-Man got into the view for a second there, but he couldn't hold on to it. SK Dare brought it right back, and the drop into the next cube. Dare in the lead. Grook now fighting for second place with G-Man as G-Man and Grook battle it out. Hondo in fourth place. SK Dare still in the lead. And we'll turn on that controller overlay for you guys as well. Full throttle, stick to plastic. That's SK Dare's motto. As he goes into the next cube, swings tight to the wall on the outside, but he maintains control. On the final turn, Dare, the run to the finish. He'll take it first place with a 123.32. Grook in second. And G-Man, look at how close G-Man was to Grook. A 125.06 versus the 125.08. Woo! What a run. What a run. 2 heats down, 3 to go. 20 points on the board for Dare, 14 for Grook. 2 sevens with a 125.06. Not as fast as I was expecting. I was really thinking we were going to get faster times here. I was thinking we were going to see those 120s, 121s, but we're just not getting them.
Yeah, it's still pretty early on. We're still in quarterfinals. I think once you get those really, really fast guys together and everyone's got to push, no room to slow down, I think we're going to start seeing some sub 121s.
Yeah, I think you're onto it as well. As soon as we get into those semifinals, I think we'll start to see some faster times for sure. That track was tough. Team Crash RC says, best part of DRL's race was Vanover on the podium, turning away from the champagne. Jacob says on Twitch.
Yeah, it's awful.
That. It's awful funny. Now. Just wait till you're older, then you'll enjoy it. The taste buds got to change. You know what I mean? I didn't like it either, but eventually you start to grow a liking to it.
It's not as much the taste; it's just when it gets in your eyes.
Oh yeah, I can't speak on that. I don't think I've ever had champagne sprayed in my eyes, so I think we're okay.
It's not fun.
I'll have to take your word on that. Meanwhile, we're looking through Zut, who's watching the front three right now as he sees that red, blue, and yellow drones up ahead on the ascent to dive down into that power loop, and Zut makes a big mistake and goes down to 6th place. This is G-Man in second, Hondo hot on his tail, SK Dare just in front of him. G-Man looking to strike. He's got to do it on the turns. Ever so slightly gets a better turn and starts to creep up, and then a big mistake from G-Man. He drops to 4th place. Hondo and SK Dare fighting for first. SK Dare pulls ahead. Hondo in 2nd place, falls back ever so slightly. Grook in 3rd as he chases that yellow tail through the corridors of the cubes into the next one. SK Dare still in the lead. Hondo and Grook, you're 2 and 3. Out of the drop and on the ascent. Hondo going for it, swings wide on the power loop. That slows him down. Grook stays in 2nd place. SK Dare, meanwhile, continues to pull away in 1st place. Out of the lap number 2, onto the finishing run. SK Dare brings it in 1st place with a 121.85. Grook and Hondo in your 2nd and 3rd. So we got the 121s now. I was excited to see if we were going to get into that 121 mark, and looks like we're finally there. SK Dare doing it. 30 points on the board. Perfect runs for him. Dolma. What's up, Dolma? How are you? Dolma joins us in the Twitch chat, ladies and gentlemen. Grook with 21 and 13 for G-Man. Remember, top 3 move on. And it looks like we're seeing some consistent runs from SK Dare and Grook. Any advice you would give G-Man, Hondo, Zut, Robot to try to get and hold on to number 3? I mean, G-Man's in 3rd place currently, but he's only 2 points ahead of Hondo.
Man, they've got to fly their own race. They have to. They have to just focus on themselves. They need to try and launch really good. I know personally, if I launch good and I don't see anyone in front of me, I automatically start flying better because I'm not thinking about the other guys.
Yeah.
But even if I'm stuck behind, you have to be constantly telling yourself, don't think about the other guys. And it varies for everyone, but that's the biggest thing for me. Is just focusing on my race.
Question from FPV Cav. He says, Alex, do you always do push-ups if you fail in a race?
I started doing that last year, and it was good motivation because I wanted to come into the DRL season and not crash, like especially in semifinals and finals. And I think I went all level 1 in semifinals and finals without crashing, and I was really, really proud of that because I didn't want to crash. I'd rather it's fine if I finish dead last. I just don't want to crash.
Well,
chances are, if you don't crash, you finish in the top 4. So.
This is true, right? Usually that's the case. By the way, I think you owe me quite a bit of push-ups too. I don't know if you are aware, because in your first season, I remember we were in Miami and you started doing push-ups if you ended up not getting a first place, or if you ended up crashing or failing or whatever the case was. And that lasted all of that event, but then after that, I wasn't near you. And so I was trying to keep you honest with the push-ups, and I'm pretty sure you ended up slacking, and you didn't get all the push-ups in that you were supposed to. I'm just saying there's some push-ups to be owed. You know what I mean? I'm just throwing that out there.
All right.
Hondo in the lead in the yellow drone. Group in 2nd place. SK Dare in the number 3 spot. Let's see if we can switch over to Hondo. There's Grook in green as he makes the pass and goes into 1st place. Ladies and gentlemen, did he go? Yes, he did. SK Dare in red falls back. Hondo in yellow. SK Dare and Hondo fighting for 2nd place. Grook doing a great job pushing into 1st, holding on to it on the drop into the cube. Grook looking solid so far. SK Dare right there with him. Can he do it? I don't know. SK Dare tries to make the pass on the ascent. It's Grook and SK Dare. You're 1 and 2. SK Dare makes the pass. Grook takes it right back. Grook drops back, and he gets it back again. SK Dare pulls ahead on the turn. SK Dare in the lead, guys. SK Dare's got this. 2 turns to go. SK Dare's got it all the way to the finish. He's done it. SK Dare with a 122.81. Grook in 2nd and Hondo in 3rd. Woo!
Wow.
What a run, guys. 4 heats down, 1 to go. 40 points on the board. SK Dare almost loses it right there, but ends up bringing it right back. A 122.81 for him. Grook in second, 7 points on the board. That's 28 total for him. That was a close race for sure. G-Man 16, Hondo with 16. So here we are again, going down to the wire. 1 heat to go. SK Dare's clinched his spot. Grook has clinched his spot. G-Man and Hondo fighting for third place. Both have 16 points. One's only 2 seconds ahead of the other in overall time. G-Man's got a 5:40.26 and Hondo with a 5:42.94, just a little over 2 seconds. G-Man and Hondo, your predictions for this one, Vanover. We've got, look at their points. G-Man, 5-5, 3-3. And Hondo with the opposite, 3-3 and 5-5. So, in my eyes, I'm seeing Hondo, who's on a better run streak right now, with 2 5s, coming out of 3 and 4, going into Heat 5. G-Man just behind.
I don't know. I'm going to say Hondo, but I've been in a position of G-Man where you're coming off a few bad runs and you have to turn it around. But I think that Hondo's going to take it. I think that when G-Man was doing better, his times were worse, and I think Hondo's just doing better times right now. So I'm going to put my money on Hondo.
All right. We want to hear from you guys, G-Man or Hondo. Send us a tweet at Drone Race League using the hashtag DRLSimLive, and you'll get entered into that drawing to win $100, guys. 3 of you guys will win $100 today. At the end of the stream, we'll announce those winners, so make sure you're staying tuned to find out who will win some cash. All right, the final heat of this group, ladies and gentlemen, off the blocks through the first gate, it's Grook in green. The first one there, SK Dare fighting for third now. Hondo looking for some moves, and Grook makes a mistake and drops all the way back. What happened? Where did Grook go? I lost him. Here's SK Dare's view in the red drone as he goes from one cube to the next and drops in. Hondo just behind. Hondo looking good so far. Remember, we're looking at Hondo and G-Man on who will get the higher win here for that third place finish overall to move on to the semifinals. SK Dare doing well. Here's G-Man's view. Going over to Hondo, who's actually behind G-Man in the yellow drone. G-Man in blue, Hondo in yellow. Hondo looking for moves to make some changes in his line. He's got to make a pass somewhere. G-Man makes a mistake. He drops back. Hondo pulls ahead. SK Dare in the lead. Hondo in second. Grook now back in the mix. How did Grook do that? From all the way back. Now into third place. SK Dare in the lead. Hondo in second. Grook in third place. Grook now tries to take the pass. Hondo takes it right back. Grook takes it back again on the ascent. Grook's got the better line. Hondo swings high and wide. He falls back ever so slightly. Grook in the lead. Hondo on the inside on the turn. He takes it back. Then Grook takes it right back. These two are neck and neck. The final runs to the finish. The left, right. Hondo's got it. Grook takes it back again. Oh! Hondo does it! Hondo with a 123.54.
Wow.
Oh, my. I need a break. Oh, my gosh. SK Dare with a 121. A solid time for him, but it was Hondo and Grook back and forth, neck and neck. That whole run. It's G-Man. Still out there on the track trying to claw his way back up, but it's done already. He'll be in sixth no matter what happens.
Wow.
Woo-wee! Oh, my God. Paul Wise says, can we watch the FPV feeds? Every once in a while, I throw the FPV feeds in there, Paul. We don't do it all the time. It's a bit disorienting, so we try to stay outside of that on, most part. But if there is one that you would like to see, of course, you let me know, and I'll try to do it for you. Man, 5 heats done. SK Dare in the lead, 50 points, 33 for Grook. And it was Hondo with 23 points, pushes out the rest. Your top 3, ladies and gentlemen, SK Dare, Grook, and Hondo. They'll be moving on to the semifinals. G-Man, Robot, and Zut will have to try again on Thursday. Whew, man, that was an incredible race. The problem with FPV, guys, and why I don't switch to that, when you're in FPV view, you only see what's in front of that player. You can't see the drones next to him or behind him. You can't see the battle of the back and forth. You barely get to see them come into view. It doesn't happen quite as often as you would think. So if we're watching a battle, I'm definitely not going to switch to an FPV. I'm going to leave it in that outside view so we can see those drones going at it together, okay? New overall best from SK Dare in Heat 5? I think so. 121.41. We'd have to get confirmation from Travis. Trav, do you have a confirmation on, is that our top time so far?
It was his top time in the quarterfinals, it was for sure, but his fastest time in the qualifier was a 121.03. He was qualified in third place.
Awesome. Well, thank you for that. Appreciate the information. That is a new tournament record, I believe. Halo Walker says. I mean, it doesn't. Well, except for qualifying, right? Miss Splint, any chance we get one? Okay, I got that already. Yeah, I can definitely give you one for sure, Mr. Splints. Absolutely. Good for G-Man for having the integrity to finish the race knowing he lost. Well, you know, he's a good guy. I think, you know, everyone's going to finish the races out there. Vanover could attest that just because if you're in the back of the pack doesn't mean you don't finish the race. You know, you still got to get out there and finish.
Yep, 100%.
Falk PV says, best over. Okay, I got you. You're just talking to him. Got it. All right. We're moving on to the next group, ladies and gentlemen, in the quarterfinals. Our fourth and final group. And we're looking for Captain Crazy, Joel Cruz, Scrappy FPV, Bernie FPV, Bonatti, and Serial. Serial is a name that's relatively new to us. We haven't seen Serial very much. Bonatti just made his first appearances not all that long ago. A new name. I saw Bonatti when he first got the sim in the chat, actually. I think I talked to him right away, and he seemed fairly new. And here he is doing fantastic in the actual tournament, getting in the top 24 and into the quarterfinals. Great job from him. Serial will be in that orange drone, Bonatti in purple, and I just lost the screen, so I'll tell you the rest in a minute. We need Vanny's Russian commentating. We had Nurks, so...
Russian... I don't even know how to do a Russian accent. Boy. That's a disaster waiting to...
Yeah, maybe we'll hold off on the... I mean, I don't know. Can you do it? You think you could... You want to put you up to the test here? You want to practice in your head this run, okay? How about that?
All right.
And then heat number 2, you're in the spotlight, and we'll get it going for you guys. All right, I'm going to give you guys an FPV view. You guys tell me in the chat who you want to watch on this one. Joel Cruz, Scrappy, Bernie, Captain Crazy, Serial, or Bonatti. Right now we're watching Joel Cruz in the blue drone. As he makes his way through this track, I'll turn on that controller overlay. Joel Cruz in first place. No one around to see any action going on. Bernie currently in second. Bonatti in third in the purple drone. And it's just a fast glimpse of the rest of the pack as he goes through that power loop and watches them scream by on the ascent. Joel Cruz on lap number 2 into the slalom. Beautiful split S out of that top gate. And a little left-right action as he goes down. Joel Cruz in blue, still in the lead. Captain Crazy in second place, the red drone, as he tries to claw his way up front to fight with Joel. Bonatti in the number 3 spot in purple. And this is why I don't leave it in FPV view very long, ladies and gentlemen. But you wanted it. I'm giving it to you. Joel Cruz still in the front of the pack. Captain Crazy right there behind him. But it's changed. In third place, Bonatti's dropped to 5th. Bernie FPV in green. On the final run to the finish, Joel Cruz brings it in first place.
Nice.
The camera switches over to Bonatti for you guys. Captain Crazy will get second. Bonatti chasing behind Serial in the orange drone. Bonatti tries to take the inside. Not going to happen. Not enough real estate to get into 5th place. Give us FPV from someone other than the fastest drone so we can... Look, I gave you guys what you asked for, and now you're asking for more. I'm done. All right? I'm done. I can't do it anymore. All right? Let me run my race here, folks. Well, we'll give you guys this again in a minute. I'm just teasing you. One heat down, 4 to go. I just got to give you shit, especially you, Team Crash. 122.47 from Joel. Captain Crazy in second. Bernie with a 5-pointer on the board as we finish heat 1. Sad day. No sad day, John. No sad days. Okay. No, we're not going to do that. What? We did it last time. Okay, we're getting the kibosh on the Russian accent commentating. Simon Saucy from Twitter. Do you ever get those mid-race jitters when you realize if you just hold it together, you will win? Question mark.
Oh, ooh, that's a great question. Oh, yes, I do. When the best time I could think of that happening was in the level 6 golden heat when I heard someone crash and I was still like, I didn't even think about it. I was focused, but it was the moment Gab set his controller down that I started shaking like crazy because it's like, I was like, oh my gosh, I can win this. I can win this. I can win this. Just don't crash. Just don't crash. Like if you actually watch the race, I literally take the quad and just like pull it way back.
Hit those
like,
brakes, right?
I pumped the brakes as hard as I could. Oh my gosh, jitters! I've never been more nervous in my life. I could barely hold the controller by the end of that race.
Well, there you go, Simon Saucy. He does get him. He is not a robot. He is human. Heat number 2 starts now. Quarterfinal group number 4. Joel Cruz's View as he spins around in front of the pack. Captain Crazy in red just there with him. Bernie, though, in the green drone, fighting for second place in green. Bernie tries to take the lower angle, and that doesn't quite work for him. Joel Cruz still in the lead. Captain Crazy in second place. You can see he's got Joel in his sights. On the drop down, Captain Crazy tries to take the inside and squeeze a little bit of distance between them. Out. Captain Crazy unable to do it. No, he does. Joel Cruz in first. Captain Crazy right there with him, and he's trying to get the pass. Captain Crazy, into a wobble, drops to fourth place. Meanwhile, Joel Cruz fighting for first. Bernie FPV in green right there with him. Scrappy in yellow. Bernie drops down. Scrappy pulls ahead. Joel Cruz still in the lead. Captain Crazy in the mix. Who's in second? That's Scrappy in the yellow drone. Captain Crazy tries to take the pass, and does he do it? And it does not look like it. Scrappy, right there with him. Captain Crazy and Scrappy neck and neck. Scrappy pulls ahead. Captain Crazy drops back on the ascent. Out of the power loop. Scrappy in the lead. In second, I should say. Joel Cruz in first place. Into the cube. Captain Crazy in third. The end of lap number 2 and the end of the run. Your final turn. Scrappy pulls the better line. Captain Crazy comes in. Who gets it? Scrappy gets it. Those two neck and neck, a 123.47 versus a 123.53. Woo!
Wow.
2 heats done, 20 on the board for Joel. It's 12 and 10 for Captain Crazy and Scrappy. But the splits between Captain Crazy and Scrappy, man, a 123.47 for Scrappy versus the 123.53. Just right there. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yeah, Neil Jones, to quote Wild Willie when he was in third, give me some popcorn. Yeah, that was the best. I'm glad it was a good sport about that too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
So 2 down and 3 to go. Will it change? We'll find out in just a moment. I remember when this first came out, I thought, yeah, I can do that. No, I cannot, Mr. Split says.
That's funny.
It's not as easy as everyone kind of thinks it could be. I think, DRL pilots do a really, and a lot of really good pilots. No, we're not doing the Russian accent. We got nixed on that idea, unfortunately.
Yeah.
A lot of
we'll do something.
Yeah. A lot of people get into the industry and they think, I could do this and this looks really easy, and you can do it. And it is easy after some time, but it does take a lot of practice, and you do have to work at it, and you got to keep at it daily, because as soon as you stop, you start to lose it. You know what I mean? Yeah, granted, you can get back into it after some time being away, but it's not quite the same, right? You got to have that daily grind, and I'm sure, Vanny, you can attest to that as well.
Yep. 100%. You got to really make it your priority. You got to work for it. You got to dedicate your time to it. Anyone can do it. It's all about hard work.
Accent? I don't know. I got nixed on an accent, so I don't know if we can do any accent, but maybe Vanny can just do his own accent. And,
I had a better idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say we'll have to do it where, we always like to make fun of pilots. We always like to make fun of you and Craig.
Yeah.
This is chaos, Craig. Tony, I have no idea. We should do something like that. I'll just over-exaggerate it like crazy.
You could, and you wouldn't be wrong. Meanwhile, Joel Cruz and Captain Crazy, you're 1-2. Joel Cruz makes a big mistake. Captain Crazy makes the pass. He pulls ahead in the first place. Serial in the mix. No, it's Bernie FPV and Scrappy. Scrappy and Bernie swapping places. Scrappy in yellow, Bernie in third. The end of the run is here. Captain Crazy will take first place. A 122.25. Scrappy in second. Bernie in third. Woo! Banu Fong says a Vanny/Canoodle hybrid accent. What do you think about that one?
What in the world?
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know how to do that either.
I don't know, man. I mean, you gotta give me something. You gotta give me an instruction manual on how to do that one. I don't know. Sniffles FPV says, Captain Vanover, do you do a? I'm guessing he says, do you do a bit of sim flying for practice? And how comparable is it in your opinion?
They're pretty close. They're pretty 1-to-1. If you're trying to fly the Racer 4 in the simulator, it flies almost the same in real life. I'm generally surprised. I use the simulator for competitive practice, so I like it for stick time, and I like it for actually racing other pilots. But anyhow, that's what I use the simulator for. You know, one idea that I had this linger in the back of my mind because Nub and Fluxy were here this entire weekend, and Nub has a very strong southern accent, and Fluxy was making fun of that accent, and so was I. So I could try and do a race in like a southern accent.
Okay.
But you know, I could probably try that. And really quick, I have 2 people messaging me on my phone who are watching, 2 friends of mine. So shout out to Molly and Sally who are watching the live stream, and shout out to everyone else out there who's been tweeting their questions and everything like that. I'm really happy to be here, and please forgive me for my terrible impersonation of a southern accent that's about to follow.
Well, I'm excited for that. I hope you guys are too. Just try your best. It's probably going to be horrible, but you know, you just got to go with it, right?
Am I doing it right now? This race?
Yeah, sure. Why the hell not?
Oh gosh.
Yeah. All right. So you got to shake off the jitters and nerves from doing a commentary. All right. It's all you.
All right, here we go. We got Joel Cruz out in front. Oh my gosh, here we go, Tony. This here's a race. Get your moonshine ready as we are watching the FPV feed of Joel Cruz. There he is out in front of the pack. He's surging down through the cube section. Followed number 2 is Scrappy FPV, and we got Bonatti. Serial Captain Crazy running in the number 5 spot. Bernie FPV. Bernie Sanders running in the number 6 spot. Sounds like it here. He is pole-wise in the south. Bernie running in the number 6 spot. We got our leader, Joel Cruz, working through onto lap number 2. Here he goes. Wow, look at him weaving in and around that section right here, there. Man, he's doing the nice little Tennessee to Alabama twist there. As he is halfway through lap number 2, going through the hurdle section. Meanwhile, we still have Scrappy FPV. Scrappy working in the number 2 spot, trying to scrap some time off as he's trying to close in on Joel Cruz. Now we got Bonatti back in the mix there. Scrappy FPV, now you're there, but it's still Joel Cruz. Man, I need something to hold my beer, Tony, because this is getting crazy. It is just chaos out there as we are going to the finish. Who's gonna take her? Who's gonna ride that bull till the end? And it looks to be Joel Cruz, your winner. Scrappy FPV in the number 2 spot. Bonatti number 3, Captain Crazy finishing 4th, Serial in 5th, and Bernie FPV in the number 6 spot. I'm sorry to everyone who just watched that. I greatly apologize for that. That was bad.
That was fantastic. I about lost my shit when you said moonshine in the beginning. I was like, that's it.
Oh my god. I am sorry. I don't even want to make out, but I was like, they were talking about moonshine, so there we go. That was I don't even know what I said. Just delete that from the archives.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't. That was just great, and I am so glad that you buried your pride and did that, because that was fantastic. So thank you.
There we go.
Captain Vanover, ladies and gentlemen, as the commentator with a southern accent.
Man.
That was fantastic. I loved it, by the way. Thank you for that.
You.
4 heats down, 30 on the board for Joel Cruz, Captain Crazy, and Scrappy battling with 1 point between the two, 25 and 24 for these guys. Anything can change as we go into heat number 5. However, we do know Joel, Captain Crazy, and Scrappy are moving on to the semifinals. We just don't know how that order will be. Even if Bernie FPV gets 10 points on the board, that'll only put him at 23. No way to beat Scrappy. So Joel Cruz, Captain Crazy, and Scrappy, it's just a matter of who's going to get first, second, and third as we go into heat number 5. Wrong Way says that was awesome. I agree. Sniffles, there you go, man. Somebody needs to clip that, by the way. Oh, good. Pro Turns clip.
Or someone shouldn't. Or you don't.
No, you definitely gotta clip it.
Or don't.
Hold my beer. Watch this. That was great. Oh, I loved it.
I didn't know what else to say. That was almost more Texan. I'm just pointing down in the chat. That was almost more Texan than anything.
I don't know how you pulled that out, but it was great. Joel Cruz, a little fumble out of that turn, and he'll drop to 2nd place. Meanwhile, third, Captain Crazy, Bonatti, you're 1 and 2. That's the red and purple drones. And Joel Cruz has a great view of the pack. Here's the outside view. We'll go back inside. Captain Crazy in the lead. Joel Cruz in 2nd. Oh, Captain Crazy with a wobble as he hits the inside ledge. Goes for a little spin, drops to 4th, now 5th place. Joel Cruz capitalizes on that mistake. He'll pull ahead into 1st. Bonatti in 2nd place. Scrappy, the yellow drone, from 3rd. His view as he chases Bonatti, tries to make the pass, and does it. Bonatti goes right back into it, though. The left and right And Bonatti falls back. Scrappy holds on to second place. Joel Cruz in the lead. The drop down. Bonatti trying to find an extra gear. Cannot do it. Up top, back down below. Joel Cruz, Scrappy, Bonatti, your 1, 2, 3 as they go through the halls. Scrappy starts to close the distance on Joel Cruz. Joel Cruz slows down ever so slightly, but keeps him at bay. On the ascent, in and out of the power loop. Joel Cruz, Scrappy, your 1, 2, that's blue and yellow. Into the cube. The order does not change. Bonatti in purple. These guys have an equal distance between them, more or less. Bonatti falls back ever so slightly. Scrappy on the turn to the run and the finish. Joel Cruz takes first. Scrappy in second. And Bonatti will get third with a 126.65 for him. But look at Captain Crazy right on his tail as he gets in there. Man, do a Gab accent. Oh, my gosh, that'd be difficult.
I don't think I could do that.
There's no way. 5 heats are done. Quarterfinal group number 4. Finished. Joel Cruz holds on to first place, 40 points on the board. Scrappy moves to second. Captain Crazy down to third. 31 and 28 points for those guys. So Joel Cruz, Scrappy, and Captain Crazy move on to the semifinals. We're done with the quarterfinals, ladies and gentlemen. Finally, eh? There we go.
Oh, man.
One round done, 2 to go, but it's going to get quicker. We'll have 2 heats of 6 in the semifinals from the top 3 from each group that have moved on into the semifinals. And the top 3 from those 2 groups will move on to make our finals. Don't forget, guys, we have the Tune-In Awards. If you're just joining us, thanks so much. If you want to win some cash, who wants to win $100?
I want to win $100.
I want to win $100. Danny, can you get on Twitter and put some tweets in for you and I? Maybe we'll win.
Yeah, let me do that.
Right,
I'm just kidding. I don't think Amy will allow that.
Just put them in there anyway. Maybe we'll get the win. Don't tell anybody though. I need $100.
Right.
If you guys want to win $100, all you got to do is tweet at Drone Race League on Twitter. You got to use Twitter, guys. If you already tweeted, then you're good to go. But if you haven't tweeted yet, you need to tweet at Drone Race League and use the hashtag, which is right down here on the bottom of the screen, that DRL Sim Live. You got to put that in there. Tell us who you think's going to win. If you have a question for Captain Vanover, well, then by all means, throw that in there as well. And we'll get those questions answered for you as well. Query, how much did I miss? Well, we're done with the quarterfinals, and we're moving on to the semifinals. Joel Cruz, Scrappy, and Captain Crazy from that last group are moving on. So, looking at the semifinals, here's what we got so far. Halo Walker, A-Drone, Shames, Grook, Hondo, and Captain Crazy in group number 1 of the semifinals. Let me give you guys the view and their colors. As we wait for all of them to get in there, Halo Walker will be flying red, Grook in blue, Captain Crazy in orange, Shames in yellow, and we're waiting for 2 more to get into the mix.
Tony, someone asked me a really great question a while back. I didn't get the chance to answer it. Dividing by Zero FPV asked, Vanover, what comes after DRL? Gonna go towards production cinema work as long as the FA doesn't kill our industry? That's a great question. You know, I'm really enjoying DRL right now, and I hope to continue doing DRL for a long time. For me, I really want to do ministry, actually. So we'll see where that goes. You know, it's not in my control at the end of the day, but we'll see. I want to stay in the drone industry for as long as I can. I love racing so much. Ask any of my friends or people who know me closely. It's my life in a lot of ways is surrounded with drone racing. So, you know, I hope to do DRL for many years. But we'll see.
That's awesome, man, and I hope that works out for you. Trav, we got 2 blues in there and a Grook in there, and I don't know if he was supposed to be in that group or not.
He did. He just brought the wrong color. Don't worry. It was giving me 2 seconds.
Okay. We're waiting for the players to get into the hot seats for semifinal group number 1, where these 6 guys will battle it out. Top 3 will move on to the finals. We'll find out what happens. Team Crash RC says ministry, brother. Vanover. Nice. That's incredible, man.
Thanks. It's still a big goal of mine. It's something that's kind of shifted in my mindset over the last 6 months or so. But it's something I kind of look forward to. At the end of the day, anyone who knows me knows this. I want something that whatever I do for the rest of my life gets me excited about getting up in the morning. I love that about drone racing, and I love the idea about that with ministry. So, you know, that's one thing I've gotten to see traveling. The need for that. So we'll just see where the future takes me. See what God's plan is for me. But you know what? Right now, right here today, it's watching who's going to be the next DRL pilot. And man, watching these races, Tony's been great. I gotta say, it's really a lot of hard work putting in this simulator from a lot of pilots. So
yeah, they grind it out and they spend a lot of time on it as well. I'm just getting these mics sorted out. Thank you for that information. Hopefully that made a change for you, Space Bat. Thank you for letting me know. Let me know if it's better. Only we can hear it, apparently. What is it you hear?
Whew. Here we go.
You guys let me know. Actually, just turn it off. Thanks, Space. All right, here we go, guys. Into the first heat of the semifinals. And A-Drone and Captain Crazy battling for first place, the blue and orange drone. It's Grook in green and Hondo in purple. James will be in the yellow drone. And Halo Walker in the red drone. Much better? Okay, good. Thank you. Yeah, keep me honest on that stuff, guys. New computer, new technology, so we've got some growing pains to get through, unfortunately. Let me turn on that controller overlay. Right now, you're seeing A-Drone's controller overlay on the bottom of the screen as he screams up top and into that next section. Starting lap number 2, Captain Crazy falls back. A-Drone gains some distance between him and the rest of the pack. Meanwhile, Captain Crazy and Grook still battling it out. This is Captain Crazy's controller overlay. Captain Crazy with a fall as he hits the inside ledge of the gate. He'll drop to third place. Grook makes that pass, and he's currently in second place on the chase for first. Grook trying to catch up to A-Drone. A-Drone doing a good job keeping him at bay. A-Drone pulling away even farther as he's on the ascent into the power loop and out of the power loop. Grook now coming through there as well. Hondo makes his way into third place. But Shames right behind in yellow. Captain Crazy in orange in fifth place currently. This is Hondo's view. Hondo goes down and a big wobble. He hits the ledge. He'll drop down to fifth place. Meanwhile, it's Grook and A-Drone. A-Drone takes it on the way to the finish with a 1:22.56. Oh, I wish I was on that camera right there before the end. Oh, those were tight races right at the very end. Look at the splits on the time. A 1:22.56 versus the 1:23.05. 1:24.52 for Shames right there with him as well. Holy cow. Man, oh man. Guys, first heat in and quite an aggressive run there towards the end of the race. That was fantastic. Whoo-wee. Jacob, we don't have that information to the public yet. That'll be announced later on. Vanover should just take over at this point, especially with the accent.
No, it's never happening again. It's never gonna happen.
Team Crash RC says, Vanover, you won me over as a fan today. I think for a few different reasons. So, great job as well. One heat down, guys. 4 to go. As we get closer to the finals, Vanover, in this group, A-Drone has been your favorite since the beginning. I think you said correct for today.
Yeah, 100%. I really think he's going to take it. He's looking great on the track, really smooth today, more so than I've seen him in the past. But he's got some really, really stiff competition. Man, I got to say, it's still anyone's game, I feel like. The semifinals are going to really determine who's going to look good in the finals. I feel like the guys who are pushing, holding it together. But he's still my favorite at this point. Yeah,
I think I'm with you on that one. A-Drone doing a great job so far as we go into heat number 2. Devil's Reject says, hey, Vanover, looks like I'll have to trademark Flippy Floppies. You use it in an Instagram post, I guess. But Devil's Reject's been talking about Flippy Floppy since the first day I met that guy. I love that mindset. It's what I've been trying to do my whole life as well, Magical Frame says. Question for Captain. In the sim, what camera angle and FOV do you use?
41 degrees and I think 125, something like that.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you were at 120. Okay.
120 at 41 degrees, something like that.
All right. Off the blocks and through gate number 1, Shames up there in the front. No, it's Halo Walker in the red drone as he holds on to it. Now loses that. Captain Crazy in orange. There's that mistake he had last time, but he did a great job this time. Did not hit that wall and made it through beautifully. Halo Walker still in the lead. A-Drone in second. Captain Crazy in third place right now as he looks ahead at the red drone and blue drone on the drop. Captain Crazy, slight wobble. Shames trying to capitalize on that, moving up. Uh-oh. It looks like someone hacked. Oh, gosh. Captain Crazy in third place. Halo Walker and A-Drone in first and second. The red and blue drones on lap number 2. Captain Crazy in third place. Wow. Coming out of the Split S, out of the slalom as well. Captain Crazy looking fierce right now and not letting Shames pass. Shames tries to take the inside turn on him. Can't get it done. Shames tries to drop in again. Does make the pass this time. Halo Walker and A-Drone, you're 1 and 2. Shames now in third place. But you can't see him there in Captain Crazy's eyes. They're right next to each other. Shames and Captain Crazy and Shames. Back and forth. Third and fourth, fourth and third. Meanwhile, the order up front is changing as well. Halo Walker's up front, A-Drone in second place. Look at these two neck and neck. The final 2 turns. Halo Walker's got this. He's going to take it all the way to the finish. A 121.81 for Halo Walker. Adrone with a 121.83. Captain Crazy in third place. Woo! Man, oh man.
Wow.
Give me 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Be right back. Yeah, Vanny, you take over for just a minute, okay?
I got you. Man, that was a great race to watch. You had Adrian out there battling with Halo Walker. For everyone watching on the stream, a lot of this track comes down to the lines that you take and how you channel those lines together back and forth. And one thing that I'm talking a lot about Adrian is he's being really, really smooth on those lines. He's connecting them all together, nice and flowy. Not really letting the pressure get to him. Let's see. So what rates do you guys fly in the simulator? I fly 1.00, 0.59 Super Rate, and then 0.01 Expo in the simulator. Those are the same exact rates that I fly in real life, to answer your question there, Edgy FPV. I only have YouTube pulled up, guys, on my phone, so I'm only going to be able to answer those questions that I see there. Let's see. Yeah, camera angle and everything like that. Yeah, I'm never going to do another one of those accents again, guys. Sorry, it's just not going to happen.
I'm sorry about the walking away. Somebody decided to somehow hack my Instagram account and post some weird posts. So we gotta. No, I did not go to get food, Space Bat. I would never leave during a live show to go get food. Maybe I would, but I mean, not now. Yeah. So anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt you. If you're in the middle of something, if you want to continue, by all means.
Oh my gosh, no, I was just saying, yeah, you did get hacked there on Instagram.
Yeah.
Someone asked about my dad a while back, because I brought him up quite a bit. My dad passed away a few years ago in 2017. And one big thing that I made a promise to him was that I wanted to be a world champion. It wasn't necessarily a promise, because you never know the future, but I wanted to be a world champion just like he was at billiards, which is pool for anyone who doesn't know. The same thing. He was a 10-time champion at 9-ball. Really, really had a hard-working mindset and dedicated his time to it. So, that was my mentality going into DRL, was to work as hard as I could, take the opportunity I have at hand, which is to fly and be one of the best in drone racing and everything like that. I
think that was one of the things that impressed me the most was your attitude going into this, especially as such a young guy. You don't see that amongst other athletes, especially even in guys that are twice your age. You don't see that drive and that passion. But what I really liked was that training regiment that you brought in. It was obvious that you learned a lot from your dad, and you brought that, and you've been living that for quite some time. So it really, really came through that you were doing this for him, and you were bringing the knowledge and wisdom that he gave you as a competitor and everything that you're doing nowadays. So I loved it. It was amazing watching you just unfold through the season, if you will.
Thank you.
Meanwhile, here we are in heat number 3, and Shames and Captain Crazy going back and forth again. A familiar sight from the previous heat, but it's Adrone, Halo Walker in the front. Somebody had asked if we can get you a top-down view of the track. You know what? I can give you a free cam view, but the only problem is I don't think it's going to give us a very good overall view of the track because there's a lot of obstacles in the way. So you got to think about that going into the cube. See, we've lost the whole pack as soon as they go in there, so this doesn't work. So we'll stick with this view. Halo Walker and Adrone battling for first, back and forth, the red and blue. On the drop out of the power loop, Adrone comes out ahead. Halo Walker takes it back, though, in the back half of the turn, and he pulls into first place, dropping Adrone to second. Captain Crazy in third. The end of lap number 2, the final 2 turns. They're neck and neck, folks, on the way to the finish. Halo Walker, no! Adrone takes it out of the last second. A 121.48. Wow.
Whoa.
Adrone with a 121.48 versus the 121.52. Woo! Oh my gosh, that's insane. Space G, thanks for that. Thanks for that info. I appreciate it. Wow, 27 and 17 points though for these guys going into heat 4. Vanover. Adrone's still looking hot. He's got a 10-point lead from the pack. If you were Halo Walker or Captain Crazy or Shames in this position, what are you thinking about going into heat number 4?
You know, for Halo Walker, I think he's doing pretty good. If I were him, I'd be comfortable, relaxed. He had a rough start, but he's really turned it around. He's pushing Adrian really hard. I would feel really good if I was him. You know, as far as Captain Crazy and Shames, they're both in position. They need to fly consistent. They need to push it a little bit, though, because it's going to be now or never in these next 2 heats. They need to not play the safe mentality so much. They both need to make their marks now versus waiting until heat number 5.
Points aren't going to do anything for you if you're not getting the high enough points, if you're not going for that first place position, you know. So there's definitely a time and a place to play it safe, and there's a time and a place to push. And I think right now he's running out of real estate through these heats, so he's got to make his moves now. Shames, however, beautiful transition through that section, but it costs him his position. He drops to 6th place. He's flying from behind the pack, and we'll go up to the front. Hondo in purple up there in the front. No, he's not. Yes, he's in 4th place. 3rd. Dropping all over the place. These guys are all over the place. There's Hondo in his view on the left side of the screen as he's fighting back and forth with Shames. Halo Walker, though, on the scream up the gate and dropping back down. Halo Walker in the lead. Grook in the green drone in 2nd. Captain Crazy in 3rd. The order changes just ever so slightly, but not for Halo Walker. He's still up front in the lead as he goes through that slalom to split S and turn around. Not changing there. Captain Crazy in 2nd. Looks good so far. And Hondo in 3rd. All equal distances between 1st, 2nd, and 3rd place. Meanwhile, it's Adrone and Grook battling for 4th place. Not anymore. Grook drops and goes back up. They're all over the place. Going back to the front of the pack, Adrone has now changed positions ever so slightly. Halo Walker in the lead as he comes out of the power loop and sets up for the invert through the cube. And the dive. No, I'm sorry, the end of the run. Halo Walker in 1st place. Captain Crazy in 2nd. The final turn and run to the finish. Halo Walker seals the deal. Captain Crazy in 2nd and Adrone in 3rd place. Woo!
Wow.
Edgy had asked what your rates were in the sim, but I don't know if you said them when I had walked away earlier.
Yeah, I answered
it
while you were away.
I'm just trying to catch up. Yeah, dividing. I don't get it, man. People want to hack my Instagram account with 4, right? What's your favorite track on the sim overall? You're asking me. Oh man, that's gonna take some thought. You know what I would probably say? There's a track called Valkenburg. And I would think that's one of the most fun, tightest indoor tracks. I think is it still, Travis, is that track still in the featured section? Do you know off the top of your head?
No, it's in the skate park LA.
Okay.
An official track.
We made it
in
an
there.
official one.
Yeah, and it's a track. It was created by a whole bunch of guys, but Jedi. I believe it's Jedi FPV.
What the hell was that? It just was like a slot machine?
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about
The
it.
nuts and bolts falling off your desk over there? What's going on?
Don't worry about it.
I'm sorry, Trav. You were saying?
Oh, I was just saying it was a recreated a track that I recreated that I saw. I believe it's Jedi FPV was one of the guys and his buddies, I believe in the Netherlands. I think that's where these guys set up the track. I believe Shaggy FPV, who was a DRL pilot last season, was also with that group, flies with that group. I saw the track, loved it so much, and I had to remake it in the sim.
I love that track. So if you're asking me, I don't know that I would put the stamp on it and say like that is my favorite track, but it's one of my top tracks. I like it a lot. It's a really good one. Alex Dalton over in the YouTube says Boston is his favorite. That's a good track too, man. That's a really fun track. Question from Zebulon on Twitter. What's the best way to warm up before a race? That's a really good question. If you're talking about a sim race, you know, the best way to warm up is just simply getting in there and flying. You know, go to one of your favorite tracks, go to a difficult track, one that puts you over the edge a little bit, one that really warms up those movements of the muscles in your thumbs and your hands, depending on whether you're a pincher or a thumb guy, and go in that way. You got to fly it a bunch of times before. As far as a real life run goes, I think it's you know, somewhat in the same. I don't race professionally anymore. Vanover's gonna have to answer that one. Best way to warm up before a race.
I would say this, you know, the simulator is one of those tools. I personally don't prefer a simulator on a race day. If we're at a DRL location and usually we're filming at night, I'll try and go out in the afternoon for a little bit. I'll take an Uber somewhere to like a park or something like that. Now I'm giving away my secrets.
Yeah, right. But I mean, we all knew that you did that anyway.
But if people figured I did that anyway, and I'll go find somewhere where I can fly about 20 batteries and really get warmed up. And I usually do that at every DRL. So yeah, there's different.
You still
Everyone has
there?
their different techniques. Oh, I'm still here.
Okay. My whole computer went down.
Oh, nice.
I don't
was
know
gonna
if
say, I didn't hear
we're
anything.
still streaming or not. I don't know if you guys can still hear me or not.
I still see you live.
You do. Okay. I went. My computer didn't go down. I actually
Monitor?
no. The computer is in a position next to my leg, and I bumped the power button, and it closed it and asked me if I wanted to shut everything down. So, just as he gives his
Nice.
secrets, I don't even know if they can still hear me or not.
That's good. That's like censoring me when I actually start to tell my.
Yeah.
Just cut me out.
I don't-
Just freeze me.
Are we?
You're 100% live, Tony.
Okay, we are still live this whole time. Good. For those that caught all of that, my apologies. We are still streaming, but Vanny's stream froze. Okay, hold on. Yeah, I see that, and that makes sense
It's just
considering everything, all the programs shut down. I told you guys today's the day of issues, and we're having them. Give me just a second here as I get everything back in line. Oh my lord, jeez Louise. Give me a second, guys. We back up. We got everything back and running so far. Okay, give me 1 second to get everything on my side. We can hear you.
I'm gonna
Okay,
start
good.
Say
again?
Can I start the race?
No, I'm not even in the. I'm not even in the tournament.
Okay, gotcha.
It shut. Like I hit I literally bumped the power button and everything. Like it closed all my programs, but for some reason it didn't close OBS. So I got lucky, and it asked me if I wanted to close it or if I was sure. So good thing it didn't. I'm getting back in there in just a second. Let me get chat
To everyone
back
who didn't get to hear my secrets, well, they're gonna stay secrets.
up. You guys will have to catch them back in a little
Catch
bit.
them next time.
Yeah. Give me just a second. Oh, today's the day, guys. Just having issues. I
We're on the
apologize.
struggle bus.
Right? What's going on today? Let's change that. Let's give me
It's
that
like
back.
quarantine.
It is, man. It's throwing me off. Okay. I got my chats back up, I think. What are we missing over here? We're missing something over here on this screen. We got that one back up. That's good to go. That's there. All right, I'm sure we're missing something, but let's just go with it anyway. All right, we're going into our final heat of this group. Is that correct? Because I've lost my screen. So,
You're on the final heat, sir.
all right. Thank you for updating me. And again, I apologize, everybody. It's just one of those days, man. It is. Clip that face, please. Oh, was it stuck on a good face? Oh man. Well, now we're going into the final heat of semifinal group number 1. And we're back online, and I'll get to some of your questions that you had asked, and hopefully we can get back to the one that Vanny was answering for us before I decided to stupidly hit that button. My apologies. Shames with a big wobble as he's in 5th place, and that hurts him as he drops back. Halo Walker still in the front in the red drone, up and over and dive back down. Captain Crazy in 2nd, Grook in the number 3 spot in the green drone as they go through the corridor over the next cube. Halo Walker still looking hot here. A drone just behind. In blue, no. He's not. Captain Crazy in the orange drone in 2nd place. A-Drone in 3rd. A-Drone starting to catch up. Uh-oh. A-Drone makes a mistake. He falls back ever so slightly. Halo Walker, Captain Crazy, and A-Drone. You're 1, 2, 3. Hey, A-Drone in the mix again. Watch A-Drone as he reels in Captain Crazy, who's in 2nd place right now. Oh, A-Drone with a fumble, and he goes down. It's Grook who moves ahead. And the number 3 spot, Halo Walker, Captain Crazy, and Grook, you're 1, 2, 3. Here's Halo Walker's view as he jumps to the next cube in 1st place. Captain Crazy in 2nd place. And the orange drone on the dive down. And on the ascent into the power loop. Captain Crazy in 2nd place, all alone. Grook farther back. Halo Walker in the lead. Captain Crazy starts to close the distance, but he's running out of room on this track as Halo Walker makes the final turn and brings it into the finish with a 121.36. Grook, oh, he has a wobble and drops back. A-Drone makes the pass. He gets 2nd. Shames in 3rd. Grook down to 4th place. Captain Crazy in 5th, and Hondo rounds out the back of the pack in 6th place. Whew. My goodness. So we botched the stream. I damn near shut down the whole computer. And we got some crazy finishes going on here towards the end of the last heat. And I don't even know what we were looking for. Halo Walker moves into second place, 37 points on the board. 39 for Adrone and Captain Crazy for 21. Shames with 17. Grook got 10 and Hondo with 6. The bottom 3 are done for. The top 3 moving on to the finals. Whew! Grook in the chat says he needs to train for Thursday's tournament. I don't know, Grook. You didn't do that bad. You made it all the way to the semifinals, so that's huge too. My goodness. Vanny, was that what you expected? You called for. You said Adrone was going to make this happen today.
You know, I'm excited to see Adrone still on top, but I got to be honest, I was a bit surprised. He had some fumbles there in those races, but I was really proud to see that he kept it together and was able to still finish in the top 3 every time. Halo Walker's really coming out of nowhere for me. He's really exceeding my expectations. You know, switching from the that PS4 controller right to the QX7 and coming out and doing super well. So he's one of those guys to watch out for. You know, time-wise and consistency-wise, you know, if he doesn't crash, he's finishing in the top 2 every time. So, you know, he's another guy to watch out for.
Talking about SK Dare?
Yeah, SK Dare.
Yeah. Adrone and Halo Walker, the 2 that I'm looking at today, and the 2 are only 2 points apart in the semifinals. Both moving on to the finals. Let's take a look at the next group, ladies and gentlemen. Group number 2 of the semifinals. Creator Gamer, Free, Burf, SK Dare, Joel Cruz, and Scrappy. There is your pilots and colors. Creator Gamer be in the red, Drone Free in blue, Burf in yellow, SK Dare in green, Joel Cruz in purple, and Scrappy in the orange drone. Falk PV says, Vanover, is difficult for you if you change from the Racer 4 to a 5-inch drone?
Yes, that's a great question. It is extremely difficult. The 5-inch quads are just much lighter, and when you fly a 5-inch for the first time after only flying Racer 4, when you fly the Racer 4, you get used to full throttle being 90 miles an hour. When you fly the 5-inch quad, full throttle is like 130. So just the speed and everything happens really fast on a 5-inch quad. It's very, very difficult, but it's also difficult to go from 5-inch to Racer 4. One is not easier than the other. They're just 2 completely different beasts.
Yeah, that's definitely a heavy drone, and that makes all the difference in the world. You go from doing these tight turns that you can just put it where you want it. So with the Racer 4, you've got to essentially swing into those turns and kind of use momentum a lot more. It's almost like you're driving a drift racing bus, if you will.
Yep.
But a pretty aggressive one at that. In the next heat, Joel Cruz in purple, number 5 spot. We're looking through his eyes right now. Let's switch over to the front of the pack. It's Free in the blue drone. Scrappy, Fpv, SK Dare, you're 2 and 3. Not necessarily in that order. SK Dare now in second place as he's climbing to push into first place. SK Dare in green in second. Free in blue. Now they change orders. SK Dare moves to first place. Free in second place. Joel Cruz in the number 3 spot. Now fourth as he goes behind Scrappy. SK Dare in green, though, pulls ahead. Free takes it right back. These guys are neck and neck on the drop down. SK Dare with a better line. He pulls ahead tremendously at that. Free now playing chase in the middle of his trail. SK Dare up front, trying to find a way to gain some extra speed and pull ahead even farther. He does it somehow. Free nipping at the end of his tail. SK Dare in green, all alone up front. Free cannot gain any ground on him. He cannot get any speed. SK Dare doing a great job keeping him at bay as SK Dare pulls away. Into the final turn, SK Dare brings it in first. And Free in second place. Scrappy FPV in the 124 with third place. Joel Cruz in fourth. Man, quite a change there. Wasn't expecting to see that. SK Dare killing it, though, in this group. I thought Joel Cruz was going to hold on to that, but it didn't happen for him. A 122.54 for Dare. Quite the run. Did we get it? All right. We got rid of that hacker? Okay, good. All right. I don't know what's going on there, but no one's hacking that account anymore, eh? 4 heats to go in semifinal group number 2. Vanover, does this change anything for you? SK Dare's killing it so far. 122.54. He had a decent lead on Free going into the finish gate.
You know, I'm still not sure what to expect. I think SK Dare is going to be on top no matter what. I think Joel Cruz had a little bit of a rough run. I think he could be up there as well. You know, this is a really tight skill group right here that we have. So
Yeah.
really, it's just going to come down to who's going to channel that energy into adrenaline versus nerves in these next few races. And I think those are going to be the people who come out on top.
Good calls. We'll find out what happens in heat number 2. Yeah, I know the camera froze for a second there. New PC, we're still ironing out all the details, and we've got some work to do on this one. Here we go into heat number 2, I believe this is, if I'm not mistaken already. Could be. I don't know anymore. My mind is not here. Travis, we going to heat 2?
It's heat 2.
Okay, just making sure. I'm all over the place here. Worried about the computer, someone hacking my account, shutting down things. It's just one of those days, ladies and gentlemen, but not for free. He's looking good so far in the front of the pack. SK Dare in second place. Joel Cruz, his eyes of third place behind the front two. Free and SK Dare swap positions. SK Dare pulls ahead out of the power loop. Joel Cruz in the mix, tries to get into second place. Does it. Free still in first. SK Dare drops to third. There's that outside view. Look at these three right on top of each other as they go through the slalom. The split S. Joel Cruz goes wide and drops to sixth place. Meanwhile, it's Free up front with SK Dare. They're back and forth. SK Dare creates the lead. And Free in second place. Creator Gamer in third, the red drone. SK Dare up front, gaining some ground. Tries to continue that momentum. So far, so good. Free swings wide. That slows him down. Creator Gamer starts to close the distance between him and second. That's Free in the blue drone. SK Dare in the lead. And he has a wide swinging into that cube. On the final stretches, the last two turns, the right and left. SK Dare brings it in first place. A 1:22.05. Free in second. Scrappy in third. No, you can't, Jacob. Not yet. Not until I'm out of this group, unfortunately. Right now, we're looking at this group, which is SK Dare in first overall, 20 points. 2 first place finishes in that green drone. Free in second with 14. 10 for Scrappy. Will it change in heat number 3, 4, and 5? I'm sure it will. We'll see what happens as we progress. Eric, yes, he did. He did get that. Question from Alex Dalton on Twitter. Vanover, do you watch any other racing like Formula 1, maybe Formula E? What else do you partake in?
You know, I've been really getting into Formula 1 recently. There's a scene that you should.
You lost connection there for a second. You said you really getting into Formula 1 lately. What?
Yeah, I've been really watching Formula 1 recently. There's a great documentary on Netflix about it. I'm in season 1 right now, and it's getting me really excited. It's cool to see what these guys go through. And it's a lot of it's very similar to the stress and everything that we go through in drone racing.
No kidding. We'll have to check that out. Do you know the name of it off the top of your head?
If you just look up Formula 1 in Netflix, you'll find it. It's very, very entertaining documentary. It's all the behind the scenes.
Got it. Okay. Well, there you go. If you look up who's in first, it's SK Dare in the green drone here on this heat. Joel Cruz in second. Scrappy in third, but he's not in the picture at the moment. You can see SK Dare and Joel Cruz, you're 1 and 2. SK Dare in green, Joel Cruz in purple. Let's look at Joel Cruz's view as he plays chase behind SK Dare. On the slalom from the beginning of lap number 2, out of the split S. Doesn't really split S that, just kind of goes through it sideways. Joel Cruz in second. Safe behind SK Dare as it stands right now. Scrappy FPV in the orange drone. He needs to find a way to gain some extra speed. And the only way I think Scrappy's going to do it is if he starts shaving every single one of these turns into the faster line. But he's got to know that line to begin with. Meanwhile, SK Dare and Joel Cruz, your 1-2, stays that order. No changes there. Joel Cruz can't find the extra speed. Well, SK Dare gives him an opportunity there as he swings wide to go into that cube. But SK Dare stays up front on the final 2 turns. Tight right, left. SK Dare seals the deal, 1:21.80. Are we seeing some of the fastest times we've seen tonight?
Wow.
Is that right, Trav?
I don't believe so. You got some high 121s. Definitely SK Dare beat that in his quarterfinal run.
Okay, just making sure. We got a 1:21.80 from him on heat number 3 here of the semifinals. So I know it's a fast one, but man, SK Dare seems to be doing a wonderful job with the new controller, which is surprising because usually switching over to new controller takes quite a bit of practice.
Yeah, A-Drone in group number 1, he got a 1:21.48. That was his fastest time. in the last heat. And actually, Halo Walker, who finished second in the last group, he got a 120-130.
Wow. Well, there you go. Heat 4 and 5 are next. There's 30 points on the board for Dare, 15 and 14 and 10 for Scrappy, Free, and Joel. So the battle for second and third is still pretty fierce. However, SK Dare has done a great job building himself a nice little buffer up at the top. Thoughts on this one, Vanny? I think SK Dare's got this in the bag, but...
Yeah, I agree. I think SK Dare's really got this going well for him. You know, I'm not going to be surprised to see any changes from him. I think he's going to keep dominating. But the guys down there, you know, in 15 points, 14 points, 10 points, they've really got to start to make their move now if they're going to get into to that finals. So.
You're absolutely right, man. Time's running out, you know?
Yeah.
Well, 2 to go, and we'll find out who gets even closer to that finish. This is Fpv View, his FPV through the slalom, up top, down back. The hairpin, as he slows down through that turn, that hurt him a little bit. Creator Gamer was up front. There he is in the red drone. And in second, it looks like Joel Cruz. SK Dare in the number 3 spot. SK Dare falls back even further. No, he's right there in the mix. Just went off to the left side of the screen. I'm sticking on this view for a minute. Free's got a good sight line of the front 3 as they go on the ascent into that power loop. The drop back down. SK Dare tries to pull ahead. Joel Cruz keeps him at bay. Meanwhile, third place changes. It's Free. Now in that position, on to lap number 2, into the slalom. Joel Cruz and SK Dare, your 1-2, back and forth. Free in the mix as well, in the number 3 spot. Scrappy falls to 4th place in orange. Creator Gamer in 5th. But Joel Cruz and SK Dare going back and forth. Joel Cruz just ever so slightly ahead of SK Dare in the green drone. From one cube to the next, the turnaround, the dive down. Joel Cruz still has it. SK Dare tries to take the line. Ever so closer to to first place. Joel Cruz keeps him at bay. Not anymore! SK Dare makes the pass. Joel Cruz falls to second. This is Fpv View from third as he chases the front 2. SK Dare builds the distance as he goes out of the final turn and into the finish. SK Dare does it again. Joel Cruz in second. Free in third. Man, how does he do this? The guy was right there in the mix. And then out of nowhere, just pulls ahead. He gets 40 points after heat number 4, a 5:28 overall time flat. But a 1:28.60 as he consistently gets better and better. Man. 19, 18, and 17 for Free, Scrappy, and Joel Cruz. Wow. That's what I'm looking at. Heat 5 is going to be a good one. We're looking at who's going to take second and third place. We know SK Dare is moving on to the finals. He's clinched his spot. He's got 40 points. No one can touch him. Burf and Creator Gamer, unfortunately, there's not enough heats left in the round for them to gain enough points to be in this. They're going to be eliminated. But it comes down between Free, Scrappy, and Joel Cruz. 2 will move on. 1 will go home. Or, well, stay home, considering.
I was going to say, stay home.
Yeah, right, pretty much.
Don't go out.
Yeah, ain't going anywhere. But he ain't continuing on, that's for sure. He won't go to the finals. We'll find out who it'll be. Let us know who you think it'll be. Throw it out there. Make sure you're tweeting at Drone Race League using the hashtag DRLSimLive, and you could win $100. We're giving away 100 to 3 different winners. Making 300 total at the end of tonight's race, so make sure you're tweeting at us using that hashtag DRLSimLive and tweeting at Drone Race League. Who's going to get that second and third? We'll find out. Meanwhile, this is Free's View from front of the pack. Nope, as he's now into 4th and dives back down. Look at the colors of the rainbow all together up front. SK Dare, Joel Cruz, Creator Gamer, and Free. Your 1, 2, 3, 4 as they go from cube to cube on to the next one. SK Dare still in the lead. Creator Gamer in red drops to 4th place. Joel Cruz in second. Oh, big fumble from SK Dare up top the power loop. He misses his mark. He drops to 5th place. However, he's got enough points. It doesn't matter for him. He'll still be moving on. Joel Cruz, Free. You're 1 and 2. Joel in the purple drone. Free in blue. Free goes down, falls back to 4th place. Joel Cruz continues to move on. Creator Gamer takes advantage of the mistakes made by the others. He's in 2nd place on the drop down. Scrappy FPV in 3rd. On to the next cube. Joel still in the lead. Creator Gamer and Scrappy, you're 2 and 3. That order hasn't changed. The ascent into the power loop. The dive back down. That's the mistake that was made earlier from SK Dare. Not going to happen this time. Joel Cruz still in the lead. And he'll set up for his final 2 turns. the tight right and left turns. Joel Cruz brings it in for his first place finish with a 122.17. Scrappy and Creator Gamer, you 2 and 3 right on top of each other.
Nice.
Wait for it to refresh. There it is. SK Dare only gets 3 points from heat number 5. He'll get 43 altogether. 27 for Joel Cruz. And Scrappy in third with 25. It's Free who gets bumped as he gets 6th place and 0 points. Uh-oh. Not good for Free. He'll have to try again on Thursday. Nonetheless, though, SK Dare, Joel, and Scrappy, your top 3. I really thought Free was going to be up there, and I also thought Creator Gamer was going to be up there too.
Yeah. Interesting.
It just didn't happen. Well, let's take a look at what's going on for the finals. Remember, our top 3, which was A-Drone, Halo Walker, and Captain Crazy, they moved on. Somebody wanted to see the bracket earlier. Well, here you go, my friend. I'll give you the whole thing. And there's your top 3 from Group 4, from Group 3, from 2, and then 1 as they dwindled down into the semifinals here. A-Drone, Halo Walker, Captain Crazy move on to the finals. SK Dare, Joel Cruz, and Scrappy also moving on to the finals. Questions over here in the chat. I'm just a little behind. Sorry about that. Do DRL... Okay, so this is from Alex Dalton over on YouTube. Says to Vanover, do DRL pilots get choice on prop selection, or you get what you get?
You get what you get. It's all spec racing, right? The only thing we can choose is the rate profile. We technically don't even get to choose that because you get choices. That's pretty much it. And, the best part about all that is at the end of the day, if you beat someone, you beat them based off of your skill and not because you chose this propeller or something like that. That's just a whole nother type of racing and sport. But I think all of us who race on DRL really love the spec class racing. Because again, it's all about pilot skill at the end of the day.
Another question for you from Jacob Andrews on Twitter says, what was your first quad?
Ooh, good question. My first quad was a Blackout 230, 280. It was a Blackout Mini H quad frame. But my first multi-rotor was actually a flight test tricopter.
Oh, interesting.
That was my first multi-rotor. That was a Batbone tricopter. That was probably back in 2013, something like that. Yeah. And that was when I started flying FPV with 1.3 gigahertz. I've been in the game for a while. I may not look like it, but I have.
That's pretty wild.
I've done this for a few minutes. But yeah, the Blackout, and then I went to the ZMR 250, the Nighthawk 280, and then I started flying some X-Hover products for a few years, all the way through till when I started racing. And so yeah.
Interesting stuff right there. Simon Saucy says, camera angle, ? Do you get to choose your camera angle?
No, you do not get to choose your camera angle. I want to say it's about 45 degrees. And honestly, I prefer 45 degrees in general. But last year when I started flying the Racer 4, the camera angle at first felt a bit high because I was flying like 35, 40 degrees on my race squads at the time. But honestly, once you start flying the Racer 4 with that camera angle, you really don't want to fly anything else. Like there's just... And it's nice too, because like with that camera angle, once you get used to it, you don't even think about it. It doesn't feel too high, it doesn't feel too low. Personally, I would like it to be just a hair lower still, but at this point in time, I really wouldn't change anything. I'm so used to it. I've flown thousands of batteries through this camera angle, so yeah, definitely don't want to change anything.
Well, we're going into the finals now, and it's Halo Walker, Joel Cruz, Scrappy, Captain Crazy, SK Dare, and A-Drone. Vanover, has your predictions changed at all? I mean, we've got the best of the best so far in this group from today's tournament, and some great runs we've seen before this. So, does that change for you?
It does a little bit, I will say. I think A-Drone's got this one in the bag if he can channel all that energy together and make it focus. Not adrenaline, needs to be focus.
Okay.
I think he is the best out here, but SK Dare has been killing it, so has Halo Walker. I think it's those three guys there that are going to be in contention to win this today.
All right, we'll find out what happens. Meanwhile, off the blocks for heat number 1 of the finals, Joel Cruz up front in second place. It's Halo Walker in the blue drone and A-Drone in red. Those two neck and neck from first place as they dive down and scream back up into this huge rotating power loop. Look at these guys. The red and blue again, ladies and gentlemen. A-Drone and Halo Walker, you're 1-2. Joel Cruz in third. Scrappy SK Dare, you're fourth and fifth. And Captain Crazy in the yellow drone brings up the rear of the pack. A-Drone, however, first one through the power loop and the first one out of it. Halo Walker tries to creep up on him, unable to make the pass. A-Drone keeps him at bay in the red drone. Into the slalom, A-Drone still up front. Halo Walker slows down ever so much, just a hair. And that allows Joel Cruz to make a pass, but he gets back into third. Halo Walker stays in second place out of the power loop and into the next cube. A-Drone still in the lead. Halo Walker in second. Joel Cruz in the number 3 spot from cube to cube. The drop down. Halo Walker with a better line comes out ever so slightly faster. Joel Cruz falls back just a little bit more. A-Drone still in the lead, however, in that red drone. Halo Walker not able to close the distance between him and A-Drone. A-Drone's View making the tight right and left turn. Heat number 1 is done, ladies and gentlemen, and A-Drone takes it with a 121.34.
Wow.
Halo Walker in second place, 122.26. And just right on his tail was Joel Cruz with a 122.38. First heat is done. Whew. Yes,
Man.
Banu Fong, you can post links in the chat, my friend. That is an aggressive race for the first heat, but there was not a whole lot of changing going on. They seemed to have gotten to their positions early on and kind of held those throughout that race. A-Drone did a great job keeping the pack behind him, though. Halo Walker just couldn't gain any bit of advantage to trying to push into second. But we've got 4 heats to go, and anything can happen. 10 points for A-Drone, 7, 5, and 3 for Halo Walker, Joel, and SK Dare. Scrappy with 1. Captain Crazy with 0. Heat number 2 coming up. Come on, SK, FPV Kev says. It's been a hot second since the last time I hopped in stream, but Halo Walker hasn't won a tournament yet, ? Hancock says, not yet. He's right there. Right there, man. Canoodle might want to check the video attached to the Twitter link. I can't check. I'm not going to check that in the middle of the show, but I can check it later if you send it to me later. All right, heat number 2 starts now. Off the blocks into the slalom. We're through the eyes of A-Drone. His FPV View as he comes out in front. Now in second place, actually. Looks like Halo Walker's up there in the mix as well into that blue drone. A-Drone in red up front in first. I'm switching to the outside. Oh, not anymore. It'll switch over for you guys automatically. On to the next cube. A-Drone right there with Joel Cruz and Halo Walker. Halo Walker just behind. Joel Cruz was next to A-Drone as he was going to that cube. A-Drone pulls ahead somehow. Joel Cruz falls back ever so slightly on the ascent into the next cube, and starting lap number 2 now. A-Drone in the lead. Joel Cruz in purple in second. Halo Walker in blue in third. Scrappy right there. Oh, big fumble from A-Drone as he drops to 5th place. The beginning of the slalom has defeated him in heat number 2. It's Joel Cruz's race to lose now in the purple drone up front. Halo Walker in blue plays chase behind Joel Cruz. The drop down out of the cube. The setup for the power loop. The ascent all the way up and back down. Halo Walker closes the distance on him, but he can't make the pass yet. Joel Cruz still in the lead. Into the next cube. Halo Walker just behind. And the final 2 turns are here. Joel Cruz in the lead. Halo Walker in second. Scrappy in third. It'll remain that order all the way into the finish. A-Drone with a big fumble, and he falls all the way back to 5th place. Oh.
Wow, that hurt.
That's got to be devastating.
Oh, that hurt. It's anyone's game. It's anyone's game. You know, if I were A-Drone, compared to his very first run, once he got out in front, he flew so that typical buttery style I was talking about early on. In that race, it wasn't so much that smooth style. He was being very aggressive, overshooting some of the turns a little bit. He's got to channel that together in order to get these wins consistently back to back. As Joel Cruz and Halo Walker, they're pushing for those top times as well.
Well, before we go to heat number 3, Vanover, talk to me really quick about how A-Drone gets over this. He had a great run for heat number 1 and then a devastating run for heat number 2. Is there enough in your head from heat 1 to carry over to bypass the issues and difficulties you faced in heat 2 to say, you know what, it's not a big deal, I'll shake it off and keep going? Or is that something he's probably concentrating on?
Absolutely. No, A-Drone definitely has what it takes. He has the fastest time in this right here of finals, a 121-34. He's got what it takes to win. It's going to be a close race. He needs to not think about the other competitors. He needs to think about the next 3 heats that he has. These next 3 heats are going to be really, really important, especially heat number 3 going into those final. I almost like to call I'm almost trying to call heat 4 and 5 like the championship heats. Right. You know, those are the ones that really are going to set the bar for the rest of everyone else. Like, you know, who's going to be, by that point, there's generally 1 or 2 guys who can win it. So this next heat's going to be really critical. If I were him, I would just focus on flying smooth, not pushing it. And I think he can take this.
I've always said it's slow is smooth and smooth is fast, but that smoothness really helps you out. Not making those overcorrected moves really helps you out a lot and gives you a better line. And of course, if you can get the better line on a race, then that's the way to victory. Meanwhile, it's A-Drone in the red. As we look through his eyes on the drop down, he's currently holding on to what looks like first place. Yes, he is. SK Dare in second, the green drone. Scrappy in orange. SK Dare with a fumble. Hits the top of the gate and goes down, has to reset. Quickly gets back in the mix. He's in fourth now. A-Drone, Scrappy, and Captain Crazy. You're 1, 2, 3. That's the red, orange, and yellow.
We're going to reset this heat.
Say again?
We're going to reset this heat.
Ah.
Oh, man.
That's a bummer. What happened?
We had 2 forfeits.
All right. Little technical issues there as we get reports from our race official. Thank you so much for that, Travis. We'll be redoing that heat. So SK Dare is safe from that mistake, but who knows what would have happened if the other 2 had been in that race with them. So we'll go back to heat. What is this? Heat number 3. Halo Walker, Captain Crazy, A-Drone, SK Dare, Scrappy, and Joel Cruz will battle it out as we get reset here. Come on, A-Drone, settle down and take over, son. Aaron Adams says in the YouTube chat. It is definitely going to be a close one. Exotic FPV. Kyle Kaufman says A-Drone is winning it. He's got that GP, that goat power. I think you're right. All right. Getting into that next heat as the drones reset on the podiums. The outside view as we head into the slalom off the podiums. Captain Crazy with a slight wobble as he drops a little bit low but stays in the mix. Tight battle up front. Meanwhile, SK Dare finds himself in first in the green drone, and it's Halo Walker in blue just behind. Halo Walker takes the outside pass and does a better job. SK Dare with the same mistake as before. That's going to hurt him. Halo Walker, meanwhile, in the front. Joel Cruz in second. And look at A-Drone sweeping in onto the pass from third to second. A-Drone makes it happen out of the power loop. A-Drone with a better line. He's got second. Joel Cruz tries to get in there as well. Into the next cube. It's Halo Walker, A-Drone, and Joel Cruz. Your 1, 2, 3 as they head for the slalom next. A-Drone and Joel Cruz on top of each other, neck and neck. A-Drone pulls ahead. Joel Cruz falls back. Meanwhile, that's the order up front. Halo Walker, A-Drone, Joel Cruz. Your 1, 2, 3. That's blue, red, and purple on the drop into the next cube. A-Drone cannot find a way to gain some ground on Halo Walker. Well, there it is. He starts to do it on the inside through the cube, and he's getting it. A-Drone creeps up on Halo Walker on the ascent. A better turn through the power loop, and he closes the distance even more. Halo Walker still in the lead. A-Drone in second. Joel Cruz in third. Oh, the final 2 turns are here, and Halo Walker has it. Can A-Drone do it? No. Halo Walker will bring it in first place. A-Drone in second, and Joel Cruz in third. Oh, I know. Oh, geez. I could see, because I've got Vanover over here on the other side of my screen, and I could just see him, like, getting tense over there. Oh, it was right there.
Man, A-Drone was giving it everything he had. That second lap, his pace was insane. He just didn't quite, when you're behind someone like Halo Walker, a good run, there's just nothing you can do at that point. But he did a great job making up the time. He needs to fly like that from the start of the race to the finish without mistake.
Yeah, that was just incredible. 24 points on the board from Halo Walker. Joel Cruz has 20 and 18 for A-Drone. It's a tight battle for the top 3 as they go into heat number 4, and they're so close that still anything could change. This order is not staying the same most likely, but will it stay the same? You guys let us know. Send us a tweet at Drone Race League using the hashtag DRLSimLive. Not only will we hear your tweets, or read your tweets, I should say, and we'll find out if you think that this order will stay the same or what your predictions are for the top 3 going out of heat number 5 and who's going to finish this whole thing with the win. Let us know, and you'll get entered into the drawing to win $100. 3 lucky winners will win $100 at the end of today's stream. So make sure you are tweeting. Vanu Fong, he did it as well. Thank you so much. Keep on the tweets, guys. Vanover's view in the race. I can't see that one, Cliff Fox. Clone number 1 says, what's to stop the pilots forfeiting after a crash in order to restart the heat, or is the forfeits disabled? If they just forfeit on random order just by themselves, that's on them. That's on them. But if there's an issue that our race official can see, then he'll restart the race. So it's not just based on if they just happen to forfeit.
Man, if Halo Walker can get one more win, he's going to be in a really, really nice position. He just needs one more win.
I think all these guys are certainly looking for that buffer, right? You know, they want to be in a safe position, but right now none of them are safe. So the pressure ramps up even more as we go into heat number 4. You've been involved in that pressure. How do you shake it off mid-race or at the start of a race like this?
Man, at this point, you just got to give it everything you have. Remember, win or lose, no one's going to take that away from you.
We lost a pilot. Sorry, guys. We're going to do a reset.
Alrighty. We'll get that
just
up.
because we were on a bit of a rush there, so I kind of rushed that answer. You know, when you're in a position like that, I always try and think about all the hard work that I put in. You know, I try and remember anytime in general, I just feel like I'm ready to quit. I remember why I started in the first place. And
now you're thinking about that on the fly at the beginning of the race. I mean, how are you shaking those nerves? I mean, let's put yourself in their position. You got 2 heats to go. You're only points away from one another. You're in the mix between the top 3. Nothing is secure yet for you. And you're thinking about, you know, those kinds of things.
Yeah, 100%.
Wow.
You know, racing has a lot of luck involved in it. You know, I've said the term before, regression to the mean. In the case of someone like Adrian, all afternoon and evening here, he's been flying well. He's hitting a little bit of a slump right now. If I were him, I would totally be thinking about the fact that you're just in a little bit of a slump. Based on regression to the mean, you're going to bounce back out of it eventually.
Yeah.
This is the time to do it. But at the same time, you know, I always just try and channel that energy into focus, right? It's now or never. And for me personally, I actually prefer the most amount of pressure to do well. I want to have all the pressure on me because that's when I focus the very most. It's when I know that I'm okay if I crash. A good example being in level 4 golden heat, knowing that like I pretty much had the season in the bag. If I won that heat, that's the wrong mentality, right? You got everything has to be on the line at that moment for me to do well. And for these guys, that's how they should be treating it as well. They need to treat it as if this next race right here is indeed the golden heat of the world championship or something like that, and just fly it as if it were that important to them. Every single race in these finals.
With that said, it's safe to say, or correct me if I'm wrong, that you know you're racing for first every single time, and no variance from that whatsoever.
100%, yeah, especially in DRL format where you're last, with finals wins determining your podium seating in the golden heat. It's super duper important. I don't think there were any. The only times that I
lost your stream.
You did.
Oh, maybe it looks like we're back, or it's cutting in and out. It's buffering right now. Are you dropping frames?
I am, but not a lot. I don't understand why it's doing this though.
I'm gonna drop my video. That might help you.
Some technical difficulties.
Yeah, I don't know what the deal is today, but we're just having all kinds of tech issues going on today. It's kind of ridiculous, and I apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen. Are we back?
I think you're back. Let's just give it a sec to make sure it's stable. I'm still waiting on SK Dare. His game crashed or something. He's resetting.
Yeah, we got a brand new computer, and we're having all kinds of tech issues today. It's we're still ironing out some of the details with this PC, so bear with us, and I apologize about that. We're going to have to figure out what the hell's going on. I mean, the settings, I don't know why nothing is showing on my end that it should do that, but who the hell knows, right?
Everyone's at home using the internet all around you.
Yeah, exactly. It's good now. Okay. Yeah, again, I'm sorry, guys. We'll try and see if we can get this all ironed out for the next one so we don't run into these issues anymore. All right. We're still waiting for one more to get in here. We're having some troubles with one player.
SK Dare, I'm going to just try to connect him, but I think he's just doing a quick reset, so we'll give him another 30 seconds. You guys just shoot the shit.
I still am dropping frames, though, for some reason, and I don't know why. That's a odd thing going on, but hopefully we can get through this for next one. I wish I had those results up. It's the coronavirus, FPV Kev said. It could be, man. The virus is taking over. Probably Twitch having trouble handling it. No, it's not Twitch. It's me. I'm dropping frames on mine. So it's something over here. Something isn't set up just right, and we got to figure it out. So hopefully we can get it figured out for Thursday. But it's not easy. It's the COVID-19. It could be, man. All the kids eating up the bandwidth playing Warzone. Probably, man. It could be.
Speaking of which, join me tonight. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, right. You gonna play Warzone? Have you been playing Call of Duty, the new Warzone game?
I have been. I generally don't play video games, but I've been playing Xbox and I've been enjoying Warzone. Yeah.
It's a fun one. I like it. Because I've been playing Tarkov quite a bit, and that one's a stressful game if you haven't played that before.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Flexi was talking a lot about that.
Going from that to Warzone, it's way less stressful. I feel like I can it's like a walk in the park compared, but it is a lot of fun. Devil's Reject says his wife's been playing Warzone, and she doesn't even play video games. That's awesome.
Wow, that's great.
The Sim has more tech issues than the real DRL. Sniffles. No, it's not the Sim. Sim's not having the tech issues. It's my system here. If we missed
I think
any,
we're gonna have to start without SK. He's currently in last place in this group. I don't want to hold up things too much longer, and I'm not seeing him.
All right, SK Dare, we don't have you for this next heat, and we've got to move on. We don't even have contact with him through voice, I assume, huh?
No, I've reached out to him multiple times. He must be doing a reset or having some issues, but we waited a few minutes now. I think it's time to keep going.
All right. Moving on. Race officials made his decision, and we will continue on to the next one. Oh, wait, he says loading in.
Okay.
He just
Stand
posted
by,
on
stand
there.
by.
You just have to threaten it.
Yeah, it's pretty much what it is, right?
Then it's now or never.
I could. That's Andy. That's a possibility over on YouTube. Man. Who knows, man? My kids finally let Fortnite go, and I'm better than them. Question Hondo says. It's all the people playing DRL. It could be. It could be. There's SK Dare. He's in the mix. Let's see if he can hold on to it, though. Vanover, my wife, blames you and Rotor Riot crew for my new obsession of drones, Devil's Reject says. I think that's that's a valid thing, right?
Sure. Whatever. If you have to, if whatever helps your case.
Yeah, exactly, right? All right, here we go into the next heat. We're finally underway, and we'll hold on to it all the way in. We'll find out. A drone in the front of the pack, not anymore. And the red drone drops back as he goes out of that slalom, has some trouble there. Meanwhile, it's Halo Walker in blue in the lead, Joel Cruz in purple in second, Captain Crazy. He's fighting for third with Scrappy. The order changes ever so slightly as they topple on top of each other, going through these next turns out of the cube, the drop down. Halo, Captain Crazy, and Scrappy, you're 1, 2, 3 on the ascent. In and out of the power loop, Halo Walker with a beautiful transition through that power loop, cuts it super tight to the inside, allows him to gain some extra ground, and continue pulling away. Captain Crazy's view from second place, the yellow drone, but just behind him is A-Drone in the red as he catches up from his early mistakes through that slalom. Looking good so far, drops in on him faster than he does, moves into second place. A-Drone in position. Captain Crazy takes it right back. A-Drone tries to get it again, but makes a wobble, and that allows A-Drone to pull ahead and seal the deal. Halo Walker, A-Drone, you're 1, 2, Captain Crazy in the number 3. Here's A-Drone as he tries to find Halo Walker in his view. He switches to guns. He's that close. Halo Walker in first, A-Drone in second, into the cube, and on to the end of the run. The final right-left. Halo Walker's got this. A-Drone in second. And Captain Crazy looks to take it in third. Scrappy, though, right there with him. Almost, ladies and gentlemen. That was close. Out of heat number 4. It's 34 points on the board for Halo Walker. 25 and 21 for A-Drone and Joel. A-Drone definitely needed that 7-pointer, but he's 9 points off from Halo Walker as they go into heat number 5. Ladies and gentlemen, who will it be? Oh, 9 points shy as we go to heat number 5. Guys, it all comes down to this final heat. Tell us, who do you think's got this? Will A-Drone get enough points to push Halo Walker out of first place? That's going to be tough. A-Drone's going to need a first place finish. Halo Walker's going to need to get 0 or 1 point.
Man, I'm really feeling for A-Drone right now. He was killing it all day. He's made that he made the same mistake in Heat 3 and Heat 4 on the very beginning parts of the races, but he was giving it everything he had on those second laps. But yeah, he's going to need a miracle right now. But Halo Walker, you got to tip your hat off to him. He's out there, he's flying consistent, and he's not making mistakes. And then DRL and in drone racing, that's what you got to have.
Yeah.
But anything can happen. Anything can happen. So
no mistakes, Chief FPV says for A-Drone. It wouldn't even be a race. Come on now. We got to have it here. Final heat, ladies and gentlemen. It all comes down to this. Who's got it? You tell us. We'll find out ever so shortly here at the end of this race. Meanwhile, it's Halo Walker, the blue drone up front. A-Drone in red goes wide as he goes out of that slalom section and falls back to 4th place. Meanwhile, Halo Walker, SK Darren, Captain Crazy, all 3 of them neck and neck as they drop into this cube, going on to the next one. Captain Crazy in yellow in the mix as well. Halo Walker in blue tries to take it. SK Dare makes the pass. He's in first place now. Halo Walker in second. Captain Crazy goes for the pass, but he does not do it. SK Dare still in the lead. He swings wide as he goes inside. That helps him. SK Dare still in the lead. Halo Walker in second place. Captain Crazy in third. Joel Cruz in fourth. Where is A-Drone? Looking for the red drone. He is not there. Meanwhile, Halo Walker makes a big mistake, and SK Dare seals the deal for first place. Captain Crazy in second on the drop down. Into the next cube. SK Dare, Captain Crazy, you're 1-2. Joel Cruz makes it 3. Halo Walker tries to come back. He's in 4th place currently. SK Dare on the ascent. Into the power loop, out of the power loop. No changes there. Halo Walker starting to come back into the mix. He's now moved into 3rd place. SK Dare, Captain Crazy, Halo Walker, you're 1, 2, 3. They're spaced out pretty far. That order is not going to change. It'll remain all the way into the finish. SK Dare gets the win. Captain Crazy was second. Halo Walker in third. What does that do for the points? We'll find out what happens when A-Drone. A-Drone currently in 6th place will get no points on the board. He was in 2nd place. He needed a miracle. Halo Walker was in 1st. He's going to get the win overall, so it seems. Waiting for the refresh. Hold on for it. Is that it? 39 points on the board, and Halo Walker seals the deal. Ladies and gentlemen, he's been waiting for that for quite some time. Halo Walker, your winner. 39 points on the board. A-Drone in second with 25, but a big mistake from him. Getting 0 points. Tough break. It happens. That's what Halo Walker needed. He's been chasing this win. He finally got it. He had a little bit of an upset on the last week's Thursday race, but look at him come back and dominate. 39 points on the board from Halo Walker as he gets the hot seat, moving on to the finals on April 2nd. Man, oh man. We got
and Halo Walker's here with us right now.
Halo.
Yeah.
Talk to me.
Oh my god, my nerves, bro.
Oh, I bet they're going through the roof right now, huh?
I mean, I was pretty calm this race. Like, this tournament was pretty calm. I actually did exactly what Vanover said during the stream. Just breathe in and out and stay calm and fly your own race. And what I tried to do at the start of every heat, I tried to take it with a smile and just enjoy the ride and not worry about where I end up. And I guess that helped me this time.
I would say that definitely did help you. Halo Walker, there you are in the first place position. How does it feel to be up there, man?
I still can't really believe it. It's I've been working a lot for this the past 2 months, I think. I was grinding like every day I could, and now with the coronavirus, I don't have school anymore, so I got more time in the past weekend.
Yeah.
And the past days, so I'm also happy for the Vanover's tip because that really helped me calm down the heartbeat. Because it's hard to race when you can feel your own beat through your entire body. It's hard.
Oh, good man.
Vanover,
I'm glad.
I'm sure you could speak to that, huh, Vanny?
Oh man, I can feel for you. Well, first off, congrats, man. You blew away my expectations. I knew you'd be in the top, but you really went out there and were consistent. You were fast. You weren't making mistakes. So hats off to you, man. I'm glad the tip worked out. Breathe in real quick and exhale for 10 seconds, and you will notice a huge, as you saw, you notice a huge difference in your heart rate after doing that. So really good job, man. And hey, since you're not in school, grind on the sim, man. Use this chance to get as much time as you can, man. It's all going to come down to who wants it the most and who's going to work the hardest for it. So I'm excited to see what you do. Excited to see you in those finals.
I will for sure. Also, big shout out to Star and my dad because actually I didn't hear that tip on the stream because this was the first time I wasn't watching it live. So my dad came down and after the semis, I think. I was like, "Did you hear that tip from Vanover?" I was like, "No." What did you say? And then he told me about it. And then I tried it out and it worked. So
wow,
sweet.
Wow, tips from the champ, and it worked. That's awesome. Well, congratulations, Halo Walker. You're going to the finals, my man. Congrats. You earned it. You worked your ass off. You finally did it. Congrats. We'll see you on April 2nd in the hot seat. You should be getting an email with some information, so make sure you look out for that and get that information back to us as soon as you can, okay?
Yeah.
Congratulations again, Halo. Way to go.
Congrats.
Way to go. Vanny, that was an aggressive race. We dealt with some technical issues. No crashing planes or engine failures today, thankfully, so that's a good thing.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Kidding.
Great job with the Southern Nub commentary.
Stop. We're not talking about that
That
anymore.
was fantastic. Somebody's got to have a clip of that, and you guys could enjoy that for sure. DRL, of course, gives you, Halo Walker, a big congratulations from the corporate office as well.
Thank you.
We got some business to handle. Of course, we have the tune-in awards that go on every single stream where you guys can win $100. 3 of you guys will get $100. Vanny, did you win $100? I didn't win $100.
I didn't win $100.
Man, God.
I'm gonna have to have a come to Jesus talk with Amy about that.
Amy?
The, corporate.
we want to win $100 as well, and just
Yeah,
because, you know what I mean.
We'll
All
put
right.
it towards a good cause.
Yeah, exactly. Travis, do you have the results from our tune-in award winners?
You got him.
I can't give you Travis on the screen. Well, yes, I can actually. Let me see if I can.
Hey.
Oh, there he is. Hey, you're back.
You want me to read out the winner?
Yeah, you get him.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know. This guy's been doing too well, and we're gonna give him some money, but I think he's deserved it. Manny himself is the first winner in the Tune-In Awards.
Hey.
Second winner is Jared Allen at 33 Jalen88.
There you go.
This is Twitter. And then Hondo FPV also was racing with us tonight. Did really well. Hondo FPV is the third winner.
Is Jared Allen? That's not. No, that's not. Okay. Why is it? This looks like J Rod. It's not J Rod, is it? I don't think. No, he has his handle at J. I think he's J Rod. So then that would be different. All right. Well, nonetheless, congrats to those 3 winners. You got yourself $100. And don't forget, guys. Has Hondo won 2 times? Question mark from Amari. Maybe. Maybe he has. There's been a couple guys that have won a couple times, so it's very possible. You're not excluded just because you win once. That's for sure. You're only excluded from the tournaments if you win once, and then you got to fly off in the final event on April 2nd, which is coming up, guys, just around the corner. But we've got 3 more tournaments to go this Thursday, and then next week we've got 2 more before we get to that final event on April 2nd, where we find out who will be the next pilot to join Captain Vanover in the 2020 DRL season. You gave out some great advice earlier for those that weren't here, maybe that didn't hear it. What was just tell us that advice again that Halo Walker was able to use to his advantage.
Yeah, it comes down to dealing with nerves. A lot of people ask that question. The way I deal with it, when we're at a race situation where let's say there's a heat that's about to happen in a few minutes, I take a big deep breath and then I exhale, count to 10 as I'm doing it with my fingers, and usually that just slows my heart rate down quite a bit. But also, and Halo Walker said it perfectly, just remember, have fun at the end of the day. If you go in there with a bad mentality, then, you're going to you're probably not going to do well, right? You dream what you want to into reality, right? Make what people call crazy a reality. You know, there's nothing that anyone can stop you from doing, especially in drone racing. And you know, even though this coronavirus situation is not a fun situation for everyone who's on the simulator, I hope it's a chance for you to get some grinding in, and I hope we get to see some even better racing because of that. At the end of the day, I still believe this. Whoever wants it the most, whoever works the hardest is going to win this sim tournament. And I honestly, if you asked me who I thought was going to win this whole thing, I don't know if I could tell you.
No, huh?
It's just, I really don't. I could spit out a name or anything like that, but honestly, I don't know. It's going to be, all I know is there's a lot of deserving people who deserve a shot at it. And I'm excited for the rest of these finals, and I'm excited for April 2nd, right?
Yep,
I'm
April 2nd.
Super excited. I'm going to be watching that stream, and all the DRL pilots, we're all going to be watching that stream because, of course, one of you guys is going to be racing us. So,
yeah,
super excited for that.
Mari says in the Twitch chat, "Are you kidding me? My 60 hours a week just got bumped to 80 because of coronavirus." And then that's a guy that you don't want to go up against. I'll tell you that. Amari is quite the force to be reckoned with. Hancock, what did I miss? We announced our winner, and it was Halo Walker who got today's win in the can. So that's huge
You gotta watch
news.
it back.
Yeah, you're gonna have to watch the show back a little bit. You know, catch those final runs. Quite a day. We've got only a couple more tournaments to go until we get to April 2nd's final event. So make sure you guys tune in again with us on Thursday night, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. And don't forget, plenty of ways for you guys to win. Whether it's through the Tune-In Awards, where you're tweeting at us at Drone Race League using the hashtag DRLSimLive, you get entered into a drawing to win $100. 3 of those, 3 winners every single stream. We're giving out that money to you guys. There's also the Rookie Leaderboard, the Participation Awards, the Regional Leaderboard, and the Weekly Leaderboards. Not to mention, of course, the actual tournaments, where you guys are all competing for your chance to become a DRL pilot in the 2020 season, going up against that guy right there, Mr. Captain Vanover. It's going to be crazy.
Man, I'm excited.
There's Jay Allen, 914 in Twitch, says, "I won a Tune-In Award." This is Wheelman FPV, by the way, he says. All right, man. Congratulations. Awesome. Congrats. Got yourself $100. All right.
Hey, while you're on it, just a little update, because this is the week 5 track. We have that weekly leaderboards running till Thursday night after that tournament. So we should just do a quick update, because we saw the times we were seeing today, right? We saw the qualifiers, like the fastest time was like a 1:20.40 by Halo Walker, who ended up winning it. But the fastest times on the weekly leaderboard right now, because we still have the guys who have already qualified for the finals still competing on those, and they're all up there. Chief in the number 1 spot with a 1:19.43. Amari in second with a 1:19.61. Manny himself in third with a 1:19.65. And the top 5 guys all are under a 1:20. They're all in 1:19s. Orange Stuff and AJ FPV 4 and 5.
Wow.
There is that
we'll
information.
see if we see any changes. But you got tonight and 2 more days, I guess, in order to compete for the top 3 all winning prizes. So
there was that information that Travis was just giving out right there on the screen for you guys on the week 5 track so far. Pretty insane. All right, guys, that does it for us here today. We'll see you guys again on Thursday. Mr. Vanover, it's always a pleasure hanging out with you, my friend.
Always a pleasure.
All right, go fly some planes, but don't get any more engine failures. We don't want any of that, and work on that Southern accent commentary, okay?
Nope, it's dead. That was the last time. It's non-existent. So I'll go work on Find the Racer for.
There you go. Let's do that. Let's do that instead. All right, that's going to do it for us today here, folks. We'll see you guys again on Thursday, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. Good night, everybody. Travis Daly, by the way, of course, on behalf of Travis and the rest of the DRL crew, thank you, everybody. We'll see you guys on Thursday. Travis, you got anything else for us before we take off?
No, that's it. Have a great night, guys, and stay safe out there.
There it is. We'll see you guys. Have a good night, everybody. Toodaloos, Caraboos.